Jensen Karp, are you ready?
Yes.
Tuesday is time to catch wreck. I'm host of the podcast that keeps you in check. I'm the relevance you need to keep you up to speed. Trust me, we the shit like a row of anal beads. Thanks to Kevin, I'm served like Tony Hopkins to keep you informed on what's next to get it poppin'. Repeat what you hear and your friends think you're the greatest. You'll be an expert 3 weeks before they hate it. Fingers on the pulse, ear to the streets, mouth to the mic, JFK's on the beat. We real close now on a show you can't miss. My name is Jensen and now get up on this.
Trust your child. Hey, everybody. We're back.
Where'd we go?
Away from their computers. To them, we only show up once a week. Me and you, we know we're here all the time.
Never not here. Just we're podcasting constantly, but we only
really
get it down to 1 good hour a week.
Yeah, we only plug it in for 1 hour a week.
Yeah.
My name is Jensen Karp. I'm here with Mr. Matt Robinson.
I'm off my allergy meds and I'm feeling wild.
Okay. Thanks for the warning.
I had to go off my allergy meds.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Why? If people, I was going to say for people who don't know.
I'm off my meds, man.
I love for people who don't know about Maddie's allergies. Like, that's something that people should be filled in on. For people who don't know, Maddie has had serious allergy problems.
Not as bad in the last few years. I kind of got it under control.
Yeah, but I mean, that's your most stereotypically Jewish thing that goes on in your life.
Yeah, I'm allergic to life. I'm allergic to just reality.
We share the same allergy doctor per se.
Yep.
And
ENT.
He told me
not to be confused with the Lord of the Rings trees.
Yes, he told me that on a scale of 1 to 10, your allergies were a 12.
No, not my allergies. My sinuses.
Oh, okay.
Because they're poorly built. And then, this is so interesting for everyone.
Yeah,
and then I had a botched sinus surgery.
Get ready for all those girl texts again.
When I was like 17.
Yeah.
And the doctor fucked up and made a huge hole in the middle of my nose.
Okay.
My septum.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Is that the word?
Yep, that's a septum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it like now it's just like really bad, and now it just traps
ladies
allergies in
ladies there. Tweet at him.
But I used to get a lot of sinus infections, but I have that shit under control with Eastern medicine and healing, my friends.
But you really did have like a serious surgery though. Like
I've had a few.
I prayed for you at one of them.
I've had a few sinus surgeries. Yeah.
Well, you're off your meds. That's good to hear.
I'm off my meds because I have to go in for allergy testing.
Yeah.
Which you do every like 5 years.
Okay.
So I had to go off my meds, and my shit is crazy.
Well, we're crazy. The show is called Get Up on This, and the concept is that we are here to get you up on certain things. I bring in 3 things. Our guests bring in 3 things. The man with the allergy issues brings in 1. That's it. That was your one. Getting people up on.
People really down for get up off of this or get off.
We're gonna do it.
We need to do one.
We're gonna do
get the fuck off.
Get the fuck
this.
off this.
Get off of that.
I'd like to do a different theme song for it, even like the whole thing, just like this shit is whack. Stop it.
But like, you'd only do it once ever.
Yeah.
But like, overproduce the song. Like get huge people on it.
Like Timbaland, can you do our get the fuck off this theme?
Like Lil Wayne will do 16.
Yeah,
we'll spend like $1 million on it.
So that's the show. It airs every Tuesday live, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. You can get all of the episodes on iTunes. You can get all the episodes on SModcast.com. All those things happen, and that's it. The show is brought to you by Gallery1988.com. On top of being a sponsor, it is my day job. We're moving both galleries, so there'll be one on the corner of Melrose and La Brea at 7021 Melrose. That one is currently open with a show called Product Placement, which features almost 40 screen prints, all based on objects that are only seen.
Opened last night, right?
Yeah, last night.
Was it fun?
Very fun, and a lot of people came. It was good.
I was gonna.
You'll like the show. Yeah? It's more your alley than a lot of ours.
Oh, I like the Mononoke cat. Not what is it?
The cat, yeah.
The Totoro cat.
Totoro cat, yeah. So just so you know, it's based on the idea that objects that only exist in TV shows and movies don't exist in real life. These are advertisements for those fictional products. Yeah. And they're all screen prints, limited edition. You can see it all at Gallery1988.com.
I like the one with the morning buddy. The bathroom buddy.
Gremlins.
But I wish it didn't have a gremlin on it. I wish it was just an ad for the bathroom buddy.
I know.
Kind of was like, in case you don't get it, here's a giant gremlin.
Right. I know. Listen, there's so many good prints in this show. It's so good. You should check it out.
I just want to criticize them.
Yeah, thanks so much. And then if you, we open the new gallery, 7308 Melrose. It's their same street, just 4 blocks down. And that show is the new installment of the series we do called Is This Thing On, which is based on comedians, artwork based on your favorite comedians, but it's a secret theme. So you'll walk in that night on the 29th and...
Just tell me.
No.
What is it?
No.
So go ahead, just tell me.
All right, it's all based
Mike's
on...
rough. Go.
It's based on Emo Phillips from UHF.
Really?
100 pieces based on Emo
Oh, that's
Phillips.
fantastic.
Yeah, no.
A lot of
And
UHF stuff.
One Judy Tenuta piece.
One
just one. Well, anyways, this thing on that opens soon. You can learn all about this at gallery1988.com. On top of that, we sell T-shirts. People have been buying them. It's doing well. IndieMerch.com, INDIE merch.com/GetUpOnThis. We have the Hypeman podcast reunion T-shirt, but on top of that, Fuck Yo Dreams.
Oh, dude found my next episode online.
What?
Dude, not he found like the link that has all the info on it.
Oh, okay.
Look,
Not
I'll
the
show
actual
you.
episode yet.
I don't know what this is. It's on TV.com, but he found my episode.
Oh, there's Graham. Graham 23.
Yeah, and it says, the episode description, 18-year-old cosmetology student Alex has dates lined up with Joe, 18, Evan, 18, Jonathan, 20, Chance, 19. Get ready for it. Graham, 23.
You were what, 27?
Yeah, so old.
For those, can I see it one more time?
Yeah.
For those who are sleuths on the internet, we are looking for a next episode. It's a TV show on MTV. It aired on 4/14/05.
Fuck, that was a long time ago.
So long ago. Season 1, episode 9. If you guys can get us that, we're looking for it. Maddie did it as a favor, and it's just
my friend
ridiculous.
produced the show, and a dude dropped out like at the 11th hour and got arrested. She was like, "You have to be on this show."
It's so ridiculous. We're trying to find it, and people are getting closer.
I want to see it because it's actually funny. Like we just made a joke of the whole thing, and she let me like write everybody's little interstitials.
Yeah. There's a very funny part. I think we've talked about it on the podcast before, where a really very naive kid is talking, and he's going on his date, and he's really excited, and you guys hype him up, and he gets off the bus, and you go, "We'll see him in 2 minutes," right? It's so funny to me.
We give him like a huge pep talk. You're gonna kill her, bro. You're gonna go out there, because he was so nervous. They were like 12-year-old
they were little kids. You were
literally, when the cameras were off, the kids turned to me and they're like, "Have you had sex?" Like, no joke.
You're you're a grown man. You're a grown man in this. You have like a wedding ring on.
I basically was like like on like a camping trip with like a bunch of kids.
It's so stupid looking. I really hope someone finds the episode.
It looks like a father and his 3 sons on a bus.
It really does. It looks like you're there.
And we're all like vying to date like some sad little emo girl.
It looks like you're their chaperone. Yeah. It's like
I'm the den mother.
Yeah, like you're their foster
I'm the
dad.
Indian guy.
Yeah, it's so weird. Please find the episode so we can all laugh at it. Again, the shirts are at indiemerch.com/GetUpOnThis. On top of that, really quick, I've been working at this YouTube channel, which we've alluded to for a long time. It's called Jash, Jash, and it launched this week. So you can go to jash.com or youtube.com/Jash. And I've been producing and writing there, and I have an upcoming series with Paul Scheer that I did called Archerio Paul. That's coming up in a couple days.
Did you just announce that now?
No, it'll be up. Well, I mean, you can see it in the subscribe feed and stuff. But that was the first time anyone said those words, yeah. And then I did something with Hannibal Buress and Chance the Rapper last week, which I'm really proud of. So there's a bunch of stuff coming up that I produced. You can learn about it on my Twitter feed, obviously. I'll talk about it all the time. But also jash.com. See all the videos that are going on. It's Sarah Silverman, Michael Sarah, Reggie Watts, and Tim and Eric. Come on, give me a fucking break. Those are all the funniest people on earth. And you can watch all the stuff they do there. Also, if you live in Austin or plan on being at South by Southwest, I will be there on the 14th, just coming up this next couple days from when you hear this. March 14th, Nova Rockefeller will be playing her first show, technically, ever.
Really?
Well, yeah, I mean, she's performed for 8 years, but this is the first time she's done it, under this sort of new guidance of her music. It's the
first time she's done it with music.
Yeah, she usually just does spoken word over no music.
Usually just she reads Mad Libs.
South by Southwest on the 14th. It's at The Junior. That's the name of the venue. It's at
The Junior?
Yeah.
Like The Junior College?
No, just called the... Wow, what? That's what you come up with from The Junior?
No, but that was a Trilams joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right. She went to The Junior. This is at The Junior. It's at 10 p.m. She goes on strictly at 10 p.m. South by Southwest, March 14th. I will be there. You can come talk to me, hang out, and Nova Rockefeller performs.
This blueberry muffin is just killing it right now.
It's good,
eating a delicious
good for the
muffin.
podcast. People knew you were eating that. And a couple other things. Another thing, PWG is this coming weekend. Matt and I will be there on the 22nd.
Friday night.
We'll be there Friday night for night 1. Come up, say hello if you're going to be there. We promote.
Don't be weird, though.
We promote that fucking thing like we own it, but we really just love it. And just come say hi, and we'll take photos if you want.
Buy me a pitcher of beer.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You don't have to buy me a pitcher of beer.
At the end of this show, we will announce the winner of Invisible Fozzie.
Really? At the end of what show? This show?
Tonight.
Today?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Because my mother's birthday is in 2 days. Oh, wait. When this airs, it's my mom's birthday.
Oh.
So perfect.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Haroldine. So my mom, because it's my mom's birthday, you get, we'll announce the Invisible Fozzie winner.
Fucking hell. Wait, but we have not conferred on this.
No, we know who won. Come on.
Jensen.
We have conferred.
Jensen.
We have conferred. Okay, here we go. So let's get into format, guys. Basically, we're going to introduce our guests and then get into what we think you should be up on. This week, we have a friend, a great person, one of my favorite people in my life. He's a musician, lead vocalist. He's a guitarist, a piano guy. That's what they call him, right? Piano guys? He's a pianist. He's singer-songwriter of the band Panic at the Disco. He also plays drums, bass guitar, accordion, organ, cello, violin, trumpet, triangle. I'm sure you play triangle. He is Brendon Urie of the band Panic at the Disco, and thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, hi.
I'm so excited to have you on.
I'm glad to be here.
For so many reasons. One is you are the type of person... Well, one, I think I could start with this. He's from Vegas.
Like from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
From Las Vegas.
Like he's from there.
Yes, sir.
And
Which hotel?
Yeah, what hotel were you raised in?
I wish I could say Bellagio.
That would be good.
It was Mandalay, wasn't it?
Suburbia.
Well, Summerlin, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, Summerlin. I know Summerlin very well.
Yeah.
How many, like when you live in Summerlin and you're raised there, how often are you going to the Strip? Does it happen?
How many times have you seen O?
Or
That's
Love?
the real question.
I'm embarrassed to say I've never seen O.
All right.
I've never seen it.
So that's the thing. Do you indulge in it at all?
I don't think living there you really go down on the Strip that much.
Really?
Is it like being from
Take
Orlando
some
and you
closer.
just like don't go to Disney World?
Yeah, that's what it is, right?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because now that I live here, I try to go to Disneyland all the time.
I mean, no, me too. But you know where no one goes? Universal Studios.
I love Universal
Me
Studios.
too.
I'll always go to Universal Studios.
It's like $20.
I don't give a
By the way,
fuck.
City Walk?
Universal Studios is by far my favorite thing because it's only like $20
can't
to
be
get
true.
in.
That
No,
can't be true.
this is why I love it. $20 to get in, and then you just go. You can get in the whole year.
What?
Yes.
Is this like a California thing?
Yeah.
Or just like having
It's
problems?
a California thing.
They're
yeah.
having problems.
It's like $20 to get in, and then
That tram ride, I don't give a fuck. That is a pleasant way to spend an hour.
it's dope.
That is a pleasant
You see the
way.
fucking Psycho House?
You just see dope
yeah.
shit.
Yeah. In the Burbs, you see the fucking city from the Burbs.
I still always get a little panicky in the fucking earthquake thing.
They don't have. Oh, you do that?
Oh,
No, they took it out.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that thing was dope.
Yeah, they took it out. They also took out the circle.
Oh, the circle thing fucked me up.
No.
They'd be like, "Close your
Close
eyes
my
if
eyes.
you've got."
I just
Always
closed
close your eyes.
Just close my eyes immediately. No, I didn't even think about it. I just went, okay. I just closed my eyes immediately.
Take a little nap.
Yep.
Oh,
Good
nap
night.
time.
Wake me up when we get to King Kong.
I love the part where we have a nap.
Yeah, that's the best
I
part of
haven't
the
seen the new. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm down. It's $20, and we can go forever.
When do you
Did
wanna
you do
go?
the
You
Simpsons
wanna go
thing?
today?
Did you do the Simpsons? By the way, Brendan, not even here right now. Did you ever go on the Simpsons ride?
No.
Oh, we should definitely do it then.
Do you want to go right
That's
now?
awesome.
All right, bye. Just leave. Brendan's alone.
We're taking this on the road.
Well, yeah, let's do the podcast on one of
the
our
road.
phones.
Let's
Let's do
the
it. We'll
road.
do the road trip.
That would be funny. Let's just go right now.
This would be the worst.
Do the tram ride and just talk all the way through it.
I
Why are we
just-
talking about it? Why
Yeah,
are we
let's just go.
talking about
I just figured out what the worst This American Life would be. It's just
that?
people who go to Universal Studios
Yeah.
and talk it out. Right now, we're getting a churro, and then we're gonna go.
We're about to see King Kong. That was pretty cool. King Kong was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Did you guys see War of the Worlds? This was used in War of the Worlds right here. I don't even know what I would say. Well, I bring up Las Vegas Native and asking you about shows because this last week I attended the Mike Tyson one-man show
you did. That's
at the
right. Wait,
what?
Pantages. Yeah.
How was it?
Well, here's for people who don't know, the same people who didn't know about Maddie's allergies. Mike Tyson has a one-man show that started on Broadway,
Directed by Spike Lee.
directed by Spike Lee, and it is a
Not
one-man
hard to
show.
direct a one-man show, I imagine.
I think it's probably pretty hard to direct Mike Tyson,
right.
and so
But it's still it's limited amount of directing potential.
yeah, very little. Okay, so I had almost no reference going in. Like I tried to stay away from any sort of like what it is or whatever it is. I did hear one story that he kept telling on talk shows about Robin Givens and how he used to have sex with her after they were divorced and how she was dating Brad Pitt. Like I heard that one story and I was like, oh, so it's a storytelling show. So I went opening night. Eddie Murphy was there. Spike Lee was there. I mean, the amount of people, I mean, so many crazy people there. And it was insane. I mean, it was really good. I had a very entertaining
Should I get
time.
tickets?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was very entertaining. He is extremely raw. He has sometimes he has trouble saying words that are written on the script.
Sure.
Like he'll say, I'm going to have trouble with this word. And he's like, alimony. Like he doesn't fully know all the words. So what it is
That's
it's
endearing,
It's,
though.
it's very endearing. It's a storytelling
What's the
show.
voice like? Still is like crazy
Yeah, he's
high,
like,
right?
listen, my name. He's like, thank you for coming to my.
He just
thank
wanted you to do the
yeah,
voice,
he's like, thank
yeah.
you for coming to the one man show. Like he does it, but
I'd
here's
rather watch you do the whole one-man show like
how
that.
great would that be? Jensen Karp in Mike Tyson one man.
You should just do it outside, like one store down
Yeah,
in like a Chipotle.
Yeah.
It's a preview. What you gonna see?
So when I fought Buster Douglas, I was like, and it's just me alone on
Yeah.
the stage dressed normally. No, so it is a storytelling show. show. He
It
tells
sounds
jokes.
like what we were watching Robert De Niro prepare for in Raging Bull.
Yes, it's what it
like
is.
That. Like
yes.
he sings and
he dances a lot. And it's
Awesome.
What?
Yes.
Wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. There's a lot of
What do you
dances-
mean?
Like he's
Like the
always
Super Bowl shuffle?
He's always walking back and forth on the stage and doing a ton of like when he does. Anytime he has to do any sort of motion, and this person was like this.
I wish they could see what you're doing right now.
But that's what he does. And then he booty claps at one point. He dances a lot. And
Wow.
He pops that pussy?
Yeah, yeah. He pulls out his pussy and he dances.
Nothing
No,
but a hoochie mama.
yeah, he does. Yeah, he loves that song.
Does he get his eagle on?
He actually, Nelly comes out and slides a credit card down his butthole.
Wow.
Yeah, just like straight down his butt crack. No, he's. I'll give you this. It's so endearing because it's it's him.
Yeah.
His new personality in 2013 is very self-effacing. He wants to dance. He wants to be goofy, and it comes out in this play, and it was pretty great.
Sounds fun.
They should tour with it for reals, which I think they are going
Is it
to.
great on its own, or is it
Yeah.
great ironically?
No. There's no.
It's
There's
really great.
there's no irony in the show.
No. But is
Oh,
it
yeah.
like great in the sense of like you're watching a train wreck?
No.
No.
I mean, he's a train wreck, but that's what the play's about.
But the show, yes.
Yeah, the play's about like my life's
And
crazy.
he obviously probably didn't write it. I'm
No,
sure
it's written by someone.
Right, he
Yeah.
was involved.
Yeah, but it's
He's performing.
it's also
something.
very touching. I mean, his life is ridiculous. I mean, and also he had a heckler at our show.
What? Really?
Yeah, but like a supportive
would
heckler.
dare?
Supportive heckler.
What does that mean?
okay.
Like
we
they were
love
like,
you, Mike.
18 years old, you were the greatest champion of all time, Mike. Do you think you're still the best? And Mike was like, I work alone, bitch. Like he was able to
That's amazing.
respond and it was a very fun
Oh
experience.
wait, it's done. It was only for 2 days.
Yeah, but it'll come around. Listen, he's
that's a
not gone
bummer.
forever. Yeah, you should. I told you when I bought tickets.
I thought it was like a thing where it's open for 6 months now.
No, they wanted to test it, but now I think it'll do well. But it was a really fun show, and
It's in Canada right now.
Oh, really?
Next week's Canada.
So they are on the road.
yeah, they're on the road.
It's St. Louis. It's
Oh, there
every
you go.
city.
So go to your city and watch.
and
Something
it's
Tyson
never L.A. again. So
It wasn't my it wasn't my get up
my
on.
dreams.
It wasn't a get up on, but I do genuinely think if it's in your town, you should go see it. And I thought because of Vegas, it's a good tie-in.
Oh, yeah.
Since he obviously ruled the city at one time.
Yes.
You were raised slightly different than most of our guests. You were
Sure.
raised in the Mormon faith, which
Yes,
I thought
sir.
Maddie would be
Wow.
very excited about.
I saw a musical about you this
Oh, me
You know
too.
what?
Me
You
too.
did see it.
I did see it.
Oh, because
Phenomenal.
I tried to get you to see it.
Yes.
but you saw it when
We
it was
saw it
here.
in New York.
Oh, you went to New York.
Yeah.
How great is it?
Amazing.
And considering, because as soon as you were telling me about your childhood, I was like, oh, you are going to love this play, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, well, I was like, I bet you loved it because I assumed he had already went to see it.
Did
And
you
he-
go on a mission?
No, I didn't.
got out
I-
then, right?
Yeah, I left
You
like
boned
17
out.
years old. Yeah.
You're like,
Well,
fuck this.
I listened to the score for like 2 months.
Yeah,
Before.
I heard it
And
before
then-
I saw it too.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I
must.
couldn't wait. I just
I
couldn't
mean,
wait.
you must have been
Oh,
screaming.
I was crying, laughing.
So,
Mormons in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
It's huge.
tons in Vegas.
Huge
Really?
Mormon
Yeah.
community. It was actually founded by Mormons, I think. The Meadows.
I thought it was founded by Jews.
Or
Or Italians.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
you're right.
You were right. You're right.
No,
You're
you're
right.
right.
You're right. The crazy thing about Book of Mormon and Mormons themselves is that they. How could I tell this story
This is a
without
long
giving up a
list.
name? Well, no. A friend of mine is in his family is involved in very high security, like
Okay.
very much like. I mean, when I say high security, I mean the highest, like kings and queens and shit. And he's in charge of the father is in charge of very high end security.
Got you.
Matt and Trey
Yeah.
hired that company
Right.
in order to figure out what was going to happen when they released
the
the play.
backlash was.
Yes, what the
Wow.
backlash. So they had people in undercover in the Mormon church and
It's a
stuff.
good move.
Trying to, well, because they thought maybe because there's so many
Probably
millions of
learned a
dollars.
lot, too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, but there's so many millions of dollars invested in this play.
Mm-hmm.
No one wanted to invest with finding out it was going to be firebombed or they were going to yell and everything.
Mormons usually aren't very violent people.
Well, that's what they found out fast. Is that
they're
not
just organized and have a lot of money.
they were very excited about it. That's the crazy part, is that they were very excited about it. If you looked in the
Bad
playbill,
press is press.
exactly. If you looked in the playbill, they had an ad that they paid for in each playbill
Right.
in every city. When we went,
Because
I
it's
saw,
not. It's also not hateful. I mean, it makes it look stupid,
But
it does it by
make
telling,
it look.
but by
It does it
telling
on
the
its
truth.
own. Yeah,
by
exactly,
telling
yeah.
the truth.
It has a
right?
lot of heart in it.
Right.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
it doesn't make it look any stupider than any other religion.
No,
Right.
yeah, and that's sort of the sweet part about it. But you got to see it. That's so good.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It is dumber than other religions. though.
No, it's
Yeah.
totally
it's
retarded.
really
It's
bad.
very retarded.
Well, we had on Angela Trimber, former guest, who talked about Jehovah's Witness, and I don't
Yeah.
know, they're
Oh, I can.
pretty
That's
neck
that's
and neck.
pretty crazy. Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah.
At least he can sing Happy Birthday.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
Whoosh.
But not on the podcast because it's owned by Michael Jackson's estate. So just letting you know that. So yeah, I mean, I feel like with Panic, you guys all met in Vegas.
Yeah.
And you worked at a juice stop?
Yeah, I worked at a smoothie.
Oh, what?
I didn't know that.
Stop?
Yeah, he worked at a
At
Stop
a juice.
Juice.
We used to sell juice. No, I used to make wraps and smoothies
for
For
juice.
juice.
high end.
It was all-
juice.
For
It was all-
high-end
yeah.
Jews.
It's all
Mr.
kosher.
Rosenberg would come in all
Yeah,
the time.
it's a kosher
That
juice
was-
stop.
Yeah, it was good.
And so from that point, obviously, people know you guys have went on to sell millions of records. You've won awards. You've done all these things.
Yeah.
But the thing I always remember, and I think it was when you hit my conscious because I was so hip hop based at the time, and was your MTV. You guys like swept the awards. Like
Oh,
one
yeah,
year,
yeah.
it was like your award show.
Yeah.
Like, what was that experience like? I mean, that's crazy.
It was. I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, at that time we had been watching MTV forever,
Yeah.
and it started getting worse. But it was, kind of surreal to be there, sitting
that
next
in
to Paris
Vegas?
Hilton, and no. The first one was in New
Well,
York.
the one you
Radio City.
like won the
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Yeah, that was in New York.
Yeah.
Because then the next year was in Vegas.
In
right?
Vegas,
in
yeah,
your
yeah.
hometown.
Yeah, I got to talk to one of your friends on the red carpet.
Who's to Nick Kroll.
Yeah, Fabrice.
That's right. He was doing Fabrice on the red carpet. So yeah, I mean, do you have any crazy stories from that awards? I mean,
From the VMAs.
yeah. I mean,
The Killers, actually, I think they were yelling at us. We all kind of, VMAs dispersed. It was over.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the street trying to get cabs, cars, whatever. When we were trying to get a cab, everybody had limousines and stuff.
yeah. You're like,
So-
we just won like 6
like,
awards,
we-
but get us a cab. Yeah.
So, we walked out, and it was kind of awkward because we were just thrown into this kind of bull crap little fight that started with Fall Out Boy and the Killers, and they threw us into the mix.
Yeah, those Killers guys seem real chill. Jesus.
Yeah, no, they were real laid
and
back.
They're like the Azalea Banks of rock back then.
That tweet, by the way, was amazing.
Azalea Banks, you've been following
What?
this? She just wants to fight every day.
Yeah.
Now she's
There's
fighting.
always a new rivalry.
Yeah, now she's fighting the Stone Roses, hates
What?
Perez Hilton. Yeah.
Stone Roses.
Yeah, because supposedly a security
Yeah,
guard
who's
heard them
gonna-
say the N-word about her. I was like, you're a fucking crazy person. Anyway, go on. So
No,
the
that's
Killers, and they're
basically it.
screaming at you?
Yeah, they were just yelling on the street, just, I don't even know what they were saying. I just want to be like, hey, we're both Mormon,
Yeah,
but
it's true. You
There's a
guys should be
commonality,
Oh,
but
shit.
best friends.
we should be best friends.
Yeah,
we're
you guys-
one with Joseph Smith.
Yeah, you should talk about fucking
Yeah.
Are
BYU.
the Killers
But that
the
was
one
really it.
You
we
were my
dancers?
boyfriend, and you were my girlfriend.
Who's the one who did that song about we're dancers?
Yeah, that's Killers.
That's the
Oh, yeah,
Killers,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a great song.
Yeah, good stuff.
Super into the Killers. And on top of all this, I just wrote writing with people, but you've written with weird people, right? I feel like
A couple, yeah.
Rivers.
Some unexpected. Yeah, Rivers.
Yeah, you
Cuomo.
wrote with
yeah.
Rivers Cuomo. That's a good one.
Yeah, that one's. That
Maddie
might
and
be the
I-
weirdest
We
one.
have the best
Maddie and I
stories of
used
it.
to be.
Please tell me.
We used to be really obsessed with him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because at the time when I was younger and Maddie was younger, Maddie was the door guy basically at one of the hot clubs in LA, and I worked for the company that ran the club, and so we would see him come in.
But he would come every night.
Yeah.
And he would come at opening.
yeah, he
Like,
loved opening.
Club opened
Yeah.
at 10. No one showed up till midnight.
Yeah.
Like, if you came before midnight, it meant that you were whack and you knew you
Well, you
couldn't
had to get in. Yeah, you
right.
had to
It was
get
the
in.
only time you get in.
Yeah.
But he came at 10 with like
A real young-looking
5
girl.
little girls. And
Real young.
And he would just go and stand in the corner with one drink. He bought one drink and never bought another drink the rest of the night. And wouldn't drink it and would just stand there and watch. Wouldn't talk.
Yeah, that
wouldn't
sounds right.
dance. But literally would just, and then at 2 a.m. he would just be like, thank you, good night. And he would just leave.
Yeah, just
Like,
leave.
Stay there for 5 hours, do nothing, stand in the corner, not even on the dance floor,
No.
in the bar area.
Bar area, yeah.
And just watch.
Yeah, it was so weird, but awesome.
Every
Yeah.
weekend.
And then, but he ended up becoming like real friendly with everyone and being like, "Hello, hello." Like as he,
He was
walked
like,
in.
he was like a tourist. Almost.
Yeah,
He was like,
very
hello,
non-threatening.
nice to be here.
He has a real fragile state. But for us, I bet you in real life he doesn't.
Yeah.
But he's real fragile with these clubs.
I can imagine, yeah.
He didn't look like he was having any fun either.
No, he looked like he was being tortured.
Yeah, he looked like someone was like, "You're going to go to this club tonight, or your fucking family's dead."
It was like he was. It was like he was in a weird version of Speed, where they were like, "You have to go to 50 clubs in one night and get there at opening, or we kill your family."
Yeah, that sounds right.
And they were, by the way, only hip hop clubs. Like,
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
not
Well, that's
his,
unexpected.
not
I wouldn't
any
expect
kind of music you would imagine that
No,
he's really.
But he
listening
loves pop music.
Yeah, he does.
Loves it. He's
Well,
obsessed
sure.
with the formulas, and so he writes mostly. He doesn't go in with people that you would think are in his sort of Weezer world. He'll go in with like Carly Rae Jepsen, and yeah, so it's
Very strange, but
very weird. Who else? Anyone else that we could think of? It's funny writing with.
So one time I was kind of having a little nervous breakdown at one point, and we had this really crappy A&R guy. I'm not going to name names, but
Yeah.
he told me to
Mike
fly
Tyson.
to
Mike Tyson.
He was telling me.
Yeah.
So he told me to fly to England and meet with Imogen Heap, actually.
Oh,
And
great.
it was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got to spend like 3 days just kind of writing and
I
hanging
like
out
that one.
Her little roundhouse studio. It's really cool.
Is she fragile also?
She
seems very
she's
fragile.
interesting. Yeah, she's one of the sweetest people.
That's
She
good.
do
You have to
making
call her
dinner
Imogen?
and yeah, I call
I'd be
her
like,
Imogen.
your name's Jennifer.
Immy. No,
Yeah.
yeah, I call her Imogen.
That's
I mean,
like-
what else did I call her?
I figured out the other day by looking
Jennifer,
up Wikipedia,
yeah.
Sting's real name's like
Oh, it's like Gordon
Fred
or something.
Gordon, yeah, it is
Is
Gordon.
it Gordon? Yeah.
Yeah, Gordon. Fuck over
That's
yourself.
just- yeah, god damn
Sting.
it.
What is it like for
Asshole.
Imogen Heap being created by Charles Dickens? Is that hard for her?
Yeah, it seems.
I didn't ask her. I'm going to ask her next time.
You should. You
I'm
should
gonna
ask her what it's like.
Is
I'm curious.
what year at Hogwarts was she teaching? Like 97?
Is that-
Yeah, she was the dark
99?
arts, I think. Dark arts teacher.
Is that based off just her name?
Yeah, that's a ridiculous name.
Yeah, let me know when she
Not an
escaped.
Imogen.
I had one for you. Let me know when she escapes from Fraggle Rock. That was more name based.
Oh, shit.
I was going to go with it, but I was like, he's not really going off name. So you're getting married soon.
I am.
This is a reoccurring theme on the podcast as Maddie is recently divorced.
Yeah, marriage is great.
Sorry to rub it in.
It's all right. No, don't worry. He's fine. How much of your day right now revolves around cakes and place settings and bullshit?
Oh, for me, 20%.
Yes, for her.
Sarah's really killing it, though. So
Right.
she's like 100%.
She's in.
She's doing it. She's
Now,
great.
the most important question of the podcast is this.
Are you having a magician at your wedding?
DJ or
Obviously.
band?
Obviously.
DJ or band?
Both.
Okay.
What?
Oof. Wait, are you having Limp Bizkit at your wedding?
Is it
supposed to be a
it's Pauly
secret.
D and
It's
Limp
supposed to
Bizkit,
be a
isn't it?
Is it Sugar Ray?
Yeah, then they're doing a mix set together to mash up.
Is it Steve Aoki?
So wait, as a musician, do you have people like? Are people going to get up?
Nah.
Okay.
Are you going to sing a song?
Nah.
Okay.
No, I'm there to.
Are you going to sing
Just hang
Bright
out.
Eyes, This is the First Day of My Life?
Yes, well, obviously that.
Are you flying
Just
out
that.
Imogen Heap?
Guys, why you. Spoiler
That's
alert.
right.
Come
she
on,
doesn't,
spoiler
she doesn't
alert.
fly. She just bikes everywhere. She's biking to LA.
In the countryside.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
She takes a steamer.
It's exciting.
You're a big comedy fan.
Yeah, yeah.
I find that you go to a lot of stand-up shows. You know more comedians than I would probably expect you to know.
Do I?
You're in the main vein. You know the fucking scene. So that's good news. On top of that, for Smodcast people, I brought Kevin and Jason Mewes both really badly wanted to bring Kevin's kids
Yeah.
to the last Fall Out Boy show. So I just emailed Pete and was like, "Hey, can you get Kevin Smith and Jason?" And he was like, "Yes." So Jalen, Silent Bob, grown men with their children at the show.
That threw me
Jay
off
has
so
kids?
crazy.
No, Kevin has kids, but Jay is like their other father, basically. So they basically take care of the kids together if it's like Dad Day or whatever. So they took him to the Fall Out Boy show, and people were like, "It's weird." to see them together as men, like years, 15 years later. It's like, and they're also not like doing like snooch to the nooch or something. They're just like being normal.
What if they
people.
were?
Yeah.
What if they went
Like
places
in their
together?
like blunt man and chronic outfits
That would be the best. That's what
with like a monkey.
but that's what like those autograph shows are like with like the sad versions of like old Superman or
Yeah.
something. It's like they bring their shit. Like I always wonder if like the Undertaker's going to be buried in like the Undertaker suit from WWE.
You can only hope, right? I mean, that would be amazing.
Your guy died this week, right?
I know, Paul Bearer, rest in peace.
Your guy.
They're going real long with wrestling gimmicks if he just comes back. So, I'm back. So what's recently going on? What's the scoop on Panic? So you guys are recording now?
Yeah, we've been writing for a few months, and yeah, we're trying to finish it this month before the wedding, so that when that gets done,
So you can
we do
debut it at the wedding?
So we can, yeah, obviously,
It's going to be buzzworthy.
So that was going to be the DJ set. I was just going to play the
Play the
record on
record.
loop.
What if you went up and you were like, "Guys, got the new Panic song. Here it comes!" at your wedding? That'd be the worst.
Oh God!
So you guys think you're coming out with something this year?
Yeah, I want to,
Great, awesome.
but we'll see.
Good deal. Well, every show sort of kicks off before we get into format. We ask you. You were raised in Vegas. You were raised Mormon, which doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily.
I love talking about it.
Might actually lead our way into this answer. Did you feel like growing up you were onto things a little early? Were you always sort of
I was the youngest, so I always had
your brothers or
the
sisters?
older siblings telling me
What
what's
was cool. All right,
you know.
it's good enough. What did you
Yeah.
listen to as a kid?
Well, that's gonna be embarrassing.
No, it's definitely not.
No,
Yeah.
Pearl Jam, I guess. It was like always 90s alt.
not
A
embarrassing.
lot of 80s kind of pop.
Yeah. It's not embarrassing.
I
Some new wave.
to recognize
I'm in.
your brave.
That was on your guilty pleasure
Yes, it
show.
was.
Yeah, that was good.
Awesome.
haunting.
Love it.
He plays just the ukulele now, right? He just
Yeah,
tours
does
the
he? I
world-
think he does,
He just
right?
tours the world
Just
playing the ukulele.
Tiny Tim.
Yeah, he's our new Tiny Tim. He bubbles. So yeah, that's where we're at. So
Yeah.
so you feel like maybe because of your brothers and sisters, you were on to things early. And
things I wouldn't normally be into,
Right.
I think. Yeah,
Good.
just things that were older out
Yeah.
of my generation. But
yeah, my cousin took me. My first concert was like the Beastie Boys when I was a kid. But
Yeah.
my second concert when I had to pick was Paul Abdul. So we don't.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mine was the
oh, that's
Bengals.
awesome.
yours was the Bengals.
Yeah.
That's a good show. It's
pretty good.
They're great
At the
musicians.
Greek.
They do Hazy Shade and everything, and Walk Like an Egyptian.
Well, of course they did.
What if they didn't do
What
that?
if they didn't do those?
What if it was
what
just-
else? I don't even think I remember any other songs.
Just Bengals B-sides.
But when they did Walk the Egyptian, they had people in like pharaoh costumes
Come
doing
out.
like the
Of
pharaoh
course.
dance
Not racist.
That's what you want to see.
with like giant lights behind them, so it looked like big like.
Oh, like a hieroglyphic shadow.
hieroglyphics on
That's
the
kind of
walls.
dope. That's kind of dope. Good song, Walk Like an
loved it.
Egyptian. So
Manic Mondays was really my shit.
that's a jam.
Prince song,
It's
yeah.
the
It's a
fucking
great
jam.
song.
All right, so let's get into format. So my first pick this week is a hip hop one. It's hip hop supergroup The Demigods. They are not new to hip hop. They've been around forever. They've went through a bunch of roster changes. Just last week they released their new album, which is called Killmatic, and I think you should get up on it. I've been a fan and friends with these guys for a while, since the Hot Carl days. They released their first album, The Gods Must Be Crazy, about a decade ago. Back then it was headed up by Apathy from Connecticut and Self-Titled from Florida, both guys who were still in the group. But other members back then included Esoteric, a name we haven't talked about in a long time, but Lewis Logic, Rise.
Oh, I love him.
I did too. Rise,
What do you
El
did?
Fudge. Well, he released stuff
still
later.
like him.
No, he released stuff later. You just didn't hear it. Rise, El Fudge, and Open Mic. Those guys were all in the group back then. That came out in 2002. It was really one of my more liked boom bap projects that I liked. I like boom bap rap every once in a while, very lyricist based stuff, and that was one of my favorites. It's just good rap music. Now in 2013, the roster has changed up a bit. Self-Titled and Apathy still at the helm, but now the group includes former Hypeman guest Ryu from Styles of Beyond and Fort Minor, and also Esoteric shows up still. Blackistan is a new member, and Motive. Like always, they all sort of have their own following. They're solo rappers. And they sort of come together for this supergroup collaboration album. This record, which is called Killmatic, like I said, has production from DJ Premier, Marco Polo, the Snow Goons, Will C, and Apathy himself. Guest appearances include R.A. the Rugged Man, Terminology, super producer Scoop DeVille. This sort of shows my backpacker roots. I am a huge fan of lyric-based hip-hop. So I bought this the first day it came out. I was very excited, even though they're friends of mine. And we figured I'd play the single today.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons. One is that it's very for us and what we do. It's very friendly to get up on this. It's a sample that everyone will recognize, and it's also very lyric based, and it's funny, and it shows them coming back 10 years later.
Right.
The song's produced by Apathy. It's called "The Demigods Is Back."
Okay.
We're gonna play it.
Let's check this shit out.
I wasn't necessarily ready to start playing. Okay, so this song's called "Demigods Is Back." We'll be back with Brendon Urie, and
Let's peep it.
tell me what you think. Oh Jesus. You did not let them get off on the right foot yelling, "Let's peep it" right before it goes on. All right, let's peep it, guys.
Let's peep the shits.
Demigods is back. D, we show you something. Yeah, D, the boom box overload, a block overthrower, hurricanes for my brain, knock your whole block over. Got a mask on my face, but it's not October. Hard to keep up with my pace, so I got a rock slower. Melt brain cells in your skull like a pot smoker, taking shots in the dark like cops with glaucoma. Keep the Glock on your right thumb, over the hammer. The flow in the grammar is hooded like Cobra Commander. The closer you stand to the man, and your skin will get tanner. I can make the whitest cracker rapper black as a panther. App is the answer, radiates the backup dancers and the fans in the stands like I'm trying to kill cancer. Give me one clap, now give me two claps. Better whip your shit up and write some new raps. Saw that Transformer movie, gave it 2 thumbs down. Plus it never made that sound. We getting stronger every day. It won't be long, we on the way. The demigods is back, the demigods is back, the demigods is back, the demigods is back.
It's Ryu, motherfucker, slide through, undercover, no food, got a hunger, so you ain't gotta wonder if I'm back, I never left, relax, I get the tech, my breath still smelling like ass and cigarettes, my gat spray this way, that way you bitch made, rappers I miss could still get it from the ricochet, ever since mama was putting vodka in my Minute Maid, walking down the block with a Flavor Flav clock, same size as a dinner plate, see the way we spinning papes, I don't make it rain, nah, it's kinda like a ticker tape parade, so be afraid, see your face, be erased, we can take the game back. Snap, it's a piece of cake. We back.
We getting stronger every day. different. Demigods is back? Hey, that's fucking awesome. I think I'm missing my marbles, I'm kinda glad I lost them. I see the deep in there, looks like you're going off it. And no, you squares can't fit inside my Oval Office. Nope. I'm going golfing. Yes. Except instead of that white ball, I'm teeing off your head, then it's lights off. Yeah. Butane lighter with a Lysol can. Mask like the guy from Saw at your high school dance. Craig, that Zelda boy. You shouldn't do that though. Clothesline a fag, trying to Superman that hoe. Check the rhymes and the flow. For sure. You know what I'm about, bitch. Look at rap, grab the razor, carved out my own niche. So fuck your whole organization. I'm nicer than any rapper you know, and that's not an exaggeration. If God gave me a gift, then I'm thankful for it. Cause it's a God-given gift to stick a shank in your ribs. We getting stronger every day. It won't be long, we on the way. The demigod's back, the demigod's back, the demigod's back, the demigod's back.
Fuck your dreams.
I wasn't ready to come back that far.
Fun.
It was good.
That's just fun.
It is fun.
I love that Ryu dude.
Ryu's great.
He's a good dude.
He is a good dude. He's very funny. Big Dodger fan.
Oh,
Yeah, big Dodger fan.
just about to ask.
Yeah, good. I beat you to it. Well, that was the Demigods.
How's the rest of the album?
I love it. I mean, that's really fun because you know the sample. They also sample Dead in the Middle of Little Italy, the Big Pun
Oh, really?
line,
Oh, yeah,
and that's really cool too.
Are they going to play some shows? I want to go to
Yes,
the show.
I made a joke about them on Twitter yesterday. They posted, it's the 22nd, I think. I have to look.
That's like
I
a
may have
week.
put it in my phone, but which I don't think we can go to because of the fucking PWG
It's
thing.
the same night?
I think. Hold on, let me look. It's just so funny because he posted the flyer, and I was like, "This is my favorite." Oh no, hold on. I was like, "This is my favorite ever." This is absolutely my favorite because it didn't say where it was. It just said Los Angeles. It's the 21st. It's at the Grand Star Jazz Club
Thursday.
in LA. Yeah, Thursday. I wonder if I can go. I don't think I can.
No, that's not Thursday. That's 11 days from now.
I might be able to go. Anyway, it should be good, and those guys are all from different places, so when they do concerts, it's probably pretty expensive for them.
Oh, and by the way, PWG is not this weekend. It's next weekend, isn't it? Yeah, it's a week.
Yeah.
It's you're going to South by Southwest this weekend.
Yeah,
it's
it's the 22nd.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah. So anyway, that's them, the Demigods.
It's a good one.
I like it a lot. So Brendon, your first pick that you were bringing to the podcast.
Oh God, yeah. See, I was. I feel like I'm more in the late to the game.
No, we love it. That's what we like to do. Yeah.
I got nothing new to
That's
bring
okay. I don't
right
care.
now. All right.
Yeah. Do you think it's things that people? Do you think
Just things people might not know
about? Yeah.
Well, there's a comedian that I follow on Twitter.
Perfect.
That I want to share.
That's all we care about. Go.
I've talked to you about it. We might have gone to a stand-up of his, or maybe told you about it. But Chris D'Elia,
right? Who I
funny
don't,
dude.
by the way, don't know a ton about. So this one I feel like would be good to talk about.
He's a funny dude. He's just always doing stand-up.
He's most known for his role on
Whitney, I believe.
On Whitney,
Right.
right?
Which not my favorite show, but he does a good job.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So he is, but he's mostly stand-up.
Yeah, mostly stand-up. Kills it. He's
I
great.
know him from something really amazing he used to do.
Oh, please.
He
What,
used
Glory
to,
Days? What?
No, he used to do this thing called Snacks and Shit. Do you know about it?
No.
Do you know about it, Maddie?
It sounds familiar.
It was a website. Let me see if I could find it.
Oh, I think, yeah.
Snacksandshit.com. And I don't know if he's even listed on here anymore, but I think he's one of the founders of it.
Wow.
Yeah, it still says there, follow Chris. Yeah, he's still on there. But it takes rap lyrics and basically dissects them.
No, I love this. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like fuck you and your Instagram, and then someone's like, more of a Vine guy? like they just take lyrics and then they break them down. Like here's one from Pitbull.
David Viola used to always talk.
Oh, I
about
love this. Yeah, don't you know that I don't give a number 2? That's a Pitbull quote from back in time. And then they just wrote underneath it, maybe just say it since you're not 7 years old. And then they file it under funny things. But Chris was one of the originators of this website before. He was probably like probably 10 years ago now. But then he went on to do. He's a really, really popular stand-up. And how did you first hear about him? Just through going to like comedy stores or something?
Yeah, actually, Sarah, my fiance, told me about. She had just found a video on YouTube of stand-up.
God, that's how so many fucking comedians get over now,
right?
Just by small things.
Yeah. So online, just found a video, and he was just really funny. And then we saw him live, and he killed it.
Yeah.
Crying.
I mean, because you guys have like a ton of both of you, Sarah, you and you both have a ton of followers on Twitter. Is it like when you go like, I love Chris, he's so great, he's so funny, watch his video, they immediately like respond or say like thanks, right?
Oh yeah, Chris did. Yeah, that was kind of crazy because we were fans. It's always nice to.
Yeah, well,
you know,
Twitter
when he
does
responds.
that.
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of funny.
if someone comments about something and they have like a lot of followers, your immediate reation is like, "Why? How do they have a lot of followers?"
Yeah.
Then you like look, and then you're like, "Oh, thanks." Just like respond back.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, that's a good one. I like Chris.
Yeah, he's fun.
Any other comedians that you dig? Like when you go see Chris, like who opens and stuff.
Usually some people actually I haven't heard before.
Okay.
But I guess they're they have residencies at Laugh Factory, like they just kind of go there all the time.
All the time, yeah.
But there's some guest appearances. Bobby Lee is always there.
Yep, Bobby
just
Lee
kind of
is
pops
always
in
there.
from time to time.
Bobby Lee is always there.
But actually, Chris has a podcast that he does too with Will Sasso,
Okay.
who is funny.
He's very funny.
Very funny dude.
What is their podcast called?
10-minute podcast, I believe.
And was it just for 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's just a
Really?
10-minute long thing.
Hold on,
yeah.
I'm looking it up right now.
It gets kind of annoying sometimes, but it's nice and short, so you don't get too
Yeah,
mad.
10-minute
But,
podcast.
no,
Do they
they're
have other
really
people
funny
on?
dudes.
Yeah,
So
Brian
it's
Callen's
Brian
on too,
Callen.
who's a
That's-
good friend of
that's the
mine.
other guy.
Who's
He's funny.
one of my favorite stand-ups ever.
He is so funny.
Brian Callen is actually a fucking genius.
Yeah.
They've had on Stevie Ryan.
He
They've
should be
had
so
on,
much bigger than he is.
They've had on a lot of people. I didn't know they had a podcast. See, now you're getting me up on
And
things.
it's mostly them just swearing at each other.
Those are fun
But Brian
dudes.
Callen is hilarious. He's
amazing.
actually another one that we saw with Chris doing stand-up. He's great.
Did he do his whole Norse god, how
yeah,
to pick
where
up on
he's-
girls as a Viking? It's
Yeah,
the
he did,
funniest
yeah.
thing I've ever seen.
Then he goes into the sexy churning butter.
yeah, the
and
churning
then
butter, he's so funny.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
Will Sasso was from Mad TV,
Right.
Yeah.
and he does like impressions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
is he the
he's
one that
really
would
good.
go on to do?
He was on. It was. He's the fucking Three Stooges.
I know. I love that. I love that he was.
Plays whatever.
He's not the one who's played him twice, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
That's the best. They made 2 Three Stooges movies.
No,
and
one was like
cable.
about them. Yeah,
one was cable,
thing.
and then one was a
a-
movie
Yeah, Fairly Brothers.
with Larry David in it.
Yeah.
And so they basically just were like, "You were it once, okay, cool.
Well,
Let's do
you
it again."
look just like that dude.
and you can do an impression.
You can do it, killer.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one. So wait, I'm trying to think of other comedy stuff that we can riff on here. Do you ever, when you go? Okay, I'll tell you this. So I go to UCB mostly exclusively.
Yeah.
So really, all I go to because I feel like it's the friendliest house to go to. I've been to the Comedy Store before. I've been to the Laugh Factory before. I've been to the Improv on Melrose. I find each of them to be extremely dark places.
Yeah.
Very dark.
Oh yeah.
I think that what it is
Depends.
it's.
Depends
I'm
on
just
the
saying.
night.
I think that most nights, not all nights, but most nights are the people there that would go normally to nightclubs,
Yeah,
but are
sure.
taking a night off of the nightclub to
Yeah.
go to a comedy club.
But they're still
that's the
drinking
thing.
as much.
And they're drinking a ton.
It's
right?
normally people who don't live in the city.
Yep.
Who have a big Saturday night. They got a babysitter, and them and like 8 of their friends are all going to go to a comedy store and get shit-faced drunk. And one person's going to drive them home, and they're going to get 10% of the jokes.
Yeah.
Or it's a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually
Which
really
is
common.
A nightmare.
I think.
Yeah.
A total nightmare.
Right.
I've never been to one of those
That's the
places
thing.
where
I mean, but-
something doesn't go wrong with that, what you just said.
Most stand-ups don't like the people that come to stand-up shows.
It's a fucking nightmare.
But that's, you get your fans, you start building up fans, and people that come, but that's why like Patton Oswalt, those people started doing that whole fucking like performing in fucking indie rock clubs.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, the people that come to most nightclubs don't like us.
No,
like,
they're
don't
there to
want
like
what
be an
we
asshole.
have.
Yeah, they're being an asshole.
Yeah.
And I mean that's why things like Meltdown and stuff here in LA are
Yeah,
so important
that's-
because
yeah.
people are coming to see that
Well, LA
stuff.
is a different thing, but yeah.
But I
But
mean,
even still, if you go to the big 3, if you go to the Improv Comedy Store and fucking
yeah,
the
Laugh Factory.
Factory, it's basically people that live an hour away.
Yeah.
Who,
It's a night. It looks like an.
don't like.
There's a girl.
comedy.
There's a girl I'm Facebook friends with. I think she's a friend of a friend who liked a Funny or Die video I did, and her name's Hillary, I think. And I don't know her really. I just know her through online, and she posts all of her cards, for her stand up stuff online, and it's always at one of the rooms I'm terrified of. Like even when I do stand up, I'll go places no one knows because I'm just doing it for fun, and I don't want to be in your dark room of sadness. But I wrote to her once. I was like, she posted it, and I put on like I commented and was just like, how do you play these? Like, it's terrifying sounding.
Seems very intimidating.
Like
yeah.
I would never do those rooms ever.
Well, but you sort of build your material up to work in those rooms too.
I guess, but those guys. I mean, listen, I'm not saying I'm anywhere near the people who play at those
any
places.
good comedian has a set that can work in one of
Anywhere,
those
yeah.
rooms.
But I'm just saying, like hecklers, talkers, drinkers, like those to me, you don't. It's just nightmarish. It's just not. It sounds like a.
That's why
terrible-
most stand-ups, those most road dudes, look like fucking miserable.
Yeah,
Seem like horrible, sad people.
it doesn't
That's
sound
their
good.
fucking
I guess
5
it's
nights a week.
Is it alcohol? It's alcohol, right?
That makes
That they
fun.
serve alcohol. I think that if you didn't serve alcohol at your comedy
but if
club,
you didn't serve alcohol, there would be no
I know,
comedy
no one
clubs.
would go. I know.
Well, and also, it would be no. The alcohol is the only thing that's making it tolerable for
when I
everyone.
visit Megan at in Minnesota when we go to see your family or whatever. There's a comedy club there called Acme, which is super well known. They do usually like 10-day stuff with like Hannibal will fly out there for 10 days or whoever. But there's another place there that you can also do while you're in town, and it's in the Mall of America.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
That place is probably great.
Oh my God! Could you imagine? Could you imagine what it's like playing a comedy set
Where you
there?
hear the roller coaster going on, and then
So bad. But there's people there that have been good. Like last time I was there, Al Madrigal was.
Well, those are the places that pay.
Yeah, really.
Because
I'm sure
they don't have other entertainment sources.
Yeah.
It's like they need to pay you to
there's
come.
only so many times
People
they can
will
bring
show up.
the radio morning guy in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, sure.
You gotta have.
Then
someone.
we're back.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure they'd much. That's where they get paid.
Yeah.
They don't make any money in LA or New York.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you don't exactly. New York has Comedy Cellar and Caroline's. We have.
Well, and also there's a million different things people can do for entertainment.
yeah, yeah.
Just
I
a
get
lot
it.
less out there.
I get it. Okay, so good one.
mad about
so
it.
Chris. So how do you say it? You say
Chris D'Elia.
D'Elia.
Yeah, I thought it was Delia.
Delia.
D'Elia.
He's a good dude.
He is.
I've met him. He's a nice guy.
He's funny.
He's really nice.
All right, so here we go. Good pick. That's someone to get up on.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if you watch Whitney, you know him, but I think he's a
Yeah.
stand-up that you should know more about.
Yes, his comedy is funny.
My second pick, I think, is actually a follow-up from something I even said last year.
Wait, you said you had one that you were super excited about.
The
you
third
saving
one.
it?
Calm the fuck
Why
down.
are you saving it?
Calm the fuck down.
Why does it last?
Because I think we're going to riff well on it. Jesus
You got
Christ.
so mad.
God damn it. Second pick of the podcast.
You got mad like you bought a video game and for your birthday and you were waiting to play it, and then you came in your bedroom and I already taken it out and was like had already beaten it.
Did I ever tell you that story about in college when that happened to me?
What?
Oh my God. So I lived with this kid. Oh, this story is so brutal. I lived with this kid. I won't say his name in
Say
case
his
it
name.
gets back to him. I can't.
Initials.
It's initials. It's initials. His name is initials.
Oh shit! It's DC Pearson.
Yeah, it's DC Pearson. It's J.A. Adonde, the sports writer. No,
J.J. Abrams.
I lived with J.J. Abrams in college. At U of A,
Scott Fisher.
at U of A, my second semester, I lived with someone new, and I ended up bringing my PlayStation from home,
PS1
PS1,
for sure.
and
For sure. When it was big, that big ugly box.
no, I actually had
gray?
I actually had the
Slim?
smaller
The
one,
PS Slim?
yeah, the PS Slim,
All right.
and I brought it to college, and I would just put it out, and I had. Well, people know on the podcast I had crippling OCD mostly in those years. Really bad. And so one of the things that I had a problem with is that I would obsess over the idea that my roommate was playing PlayStation while I was gone.
Oh, wow.
Why?
So like I was sick because
like erase your saves or what?
no, like damage it and I'd have to buy another one
Damage the PlayStation
and the games. I was sick.
by
I was
overplaying.
I was a sick person.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
I
no, I was a sick
want to
person.
understand the fear.
Yeah, I was a sick person. So I don't know. Oh man, I don't even.
Go ahead.
I don't
No,
hate
no.
admitting
It's too
this.
late.
So I'm at fault. Obviously, I was sick, and I somehow got mad at him about playing it while I was gone. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
No. Here we go.
And so I put it under. I was like a fucking. This is so hard. Like a parent, I was like, "Well, I'm putting it under my bed, and you can only play it when I'm here."
Wow.
I mean,
It was a real nightmare.
Yeah. What games? Like, what was he playing?
I mean, we were all really into Madden.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I put it under the bed.
Tekken. Tekken was my shit in college.
Yeah.
PlayStation Tekken.
So I put it
Fuck
under the
that
bed.
up.
I don't even know why was I not called out on this more? So I put it under the bed, and I was like, "We can only play it when I'm here." And I think it was because like I felt like one of the games were scratched while I was gone or something.
Wow.
And so I know bad.
Why not just be like, hey, bro, if you break it, will you buy me
I
another
know,
one?
especially because all those college kids, all of them I went to college with were fucking rich, especially this kid. So, there's my cat. So basically, I was like, "What a nightmare." I'm putting it under the bed, and you can't play it. And I don't know why no one was like, "You're sick." But anyway, so the point is,
They were just
gotta
scared
leave
of
it.
Yeah,
you.
they were- they
didn't
should
say
have.
it to your face. They were like, Carl's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So I'm going around. So here's what happens. Oh, Bill Murray's out. Bill Murray's here, our cat. So basically, I come home. Okay, I leave one day for class, and I forgot a notebook. So I was like, "Oh shit!" So I walked about a block and then walked back, and then the door was locked, and I was like, "Eh?" And then I opened the door, and my friend Tim and my roommate were both
Naked.
no. Well, they were like on other
in
sides of the
butter.
room.
Wrestling.
Well, that's the thing. They were like on other sides of the room, and I was like, "Were you guys just fucking like joking around?" And then I looked down.
What?
And the PlayStation was out.
Ooh.
And they were playing it, and I was like, "Fuck you!" And I was like, "I'm sending it." And this is how sick I was. I was like, "I'm sending these things home."
Wow.
Like I'm sending him
Holy
home.
shit,
I
bro.
had a problem. Yeah.
You were the least fun dude in college.
I know. It's so
You're the
crazy.
worst. You are. He has so many nightmare stories about you that he tells people at
I
dinner.
know
And
he
shit.
should. I was really fucked up, and so I was like, we got in a fight, and then he like got in my face and was whatever, and then I just punched him in the face, and then he cried.
You punched him in the face.
I did because he pushed me
Eye,
and-
mouth, nose, what?
in the mouth. Because he pushed me, and then I punched him in the face, and then he cried.
I got in a fist fight with my roommate.
And by
in
the way,
college.
he totally deserves me to say I'm sorry. Like, it's fucking stupid. Why did I care so much? We just got another game. Like, and then it
We
turned
did
into
punch him in the mouth.
that's even more fucked up.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, you really did. That's why you deserve.
Maybe he liked it.
Yeah, but it all starts from such a terrible place. Anyway, you got in a fight with your college roommate?
Yeah.
About what?
He was a douchebag.
Use my PlayStation.
He was a horrible person. No, he did. My grandmother sent. Well, first of all, he was a saxophone player from Sacramento and said "hecka" and "hella"
What was he?
constantly.
Hall and
Oh, I
Oates?
love
Where-
it.
Where did
And
he play?
Hella tight.
I'll say his name. His name was Brian Plummer.
Whoa.
I don't give a fuck.
There it is.
I don't hate the dude, but we did not get along.
Sure. Well, this was like you got
He's
forced
fine.
into
He's just
roommates?
like not the kind of dude. Yeah, it's a forced roommate. He was stoned 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And my grandmother sent me she made these cookies that were amazing. Like, she was a fucking gifted genius cookie maker. She sent me like 4 pounds of cookies. And I left them on my bed in a box, sealed. Came back, all gone. 4 pounds of cookies.
Shut up.
Ate the
4
whole
pounds of-
thing.
More like you're going to need a Brian Plummer.
Okay.
Sorry.
And
Sorry.
he was so
Sorry.
and he broke 2 of my bongs.
What?
You had 2 bongs?
I had
What are
2
you,
bongs.
Fucking creep?
No,
Why do you need
like
2?
he broke one. I bought another. He broke that one.
I thought you had a collection
Like
of 2.
3-foot glass bongs. Like, 'cause
Okay.
I was
Wow.
that dude in college
Ooh,
with
Jesus.
a 3-foot glass bong.
You listen to Dave Matthews?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, I did.
And a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so back off.
Yeah.
But yeah, so one day, like, I think it was after the cookies or bong, I like went off on him. I'm like, you're a fucking irresponsible asshole. You don't get like,
Yeah.
you don't care about other people's shit. Like, you're just a monster. And he was like, dude, you're fucking. First of all, I'm not rich.
Right.
I'm not privileged.
Right.
Like, I had a grandmother who helped pay for me to go to good
Yeah.
schools. That was it, though.
You
Like,
probably-
my mom
but
has not
you
have
probably
money.
had rich. You probably had rich friends, and he
I had
probably-
rich friends
yeah.
because. Like, neither of my parents are rich. My
Right.
grandmother had money
Yeah.
and paid for me to go to good schools. Other than that, though,
Yeah.
did not grow up with money.
Sure.
But this kid didn't know that, and he was like, "What do you care? You could buy bongs and all day long. Like, you're fucking millionaire, silver spoon, spoiled bitch."
By the way,
Like-
by the way, I like the concept of buying bongs
Yeah.
all day long. Just every 10 minutes. Can I get another bong?
He called me a
stoned.
spoiled bitch.
Yeah.
And I grabbed him and I threw him up against the wall and like fucking shirt up around his face, like my
Like
elbow,
hockey.
my elbow like in his neck. And I was just like, "Don't you fucking," like I just went, I
Yeah.
did that thing. And then he like pushed me off and he was like, "You didn't do that, dude." Like,
What?
and we were like almost about to punch. He was like, "I'm going to go, man. I better go right now." And then he like left and then I just went and stayed with I moved into my girlfriend's that night.
Okay.
I never went back.
You never went back?
Never lived there again. Never slept there again. I was like,
Really? How deep
if,
in the year was it?
3 months in. It was like right before. Yeah, I lived in my girlfriend.
And you'd ever run into
a good
Brian
call,
again?
Yeah, no, I was just like, yo, if we live together, I'll punch you. So we shouldn't do that.
And he was like, cool. And he had a place to himself.
Yeah, he had it himself.
He was ecstatic, yeah.
I'm sure.
Did you ever have you basically went straight from high school into fucking being in Panic at the Disco?
Yeah.
So you didn't have
I
to,
never had college.
You didn't have
I
to deal
have
with
a
it.
college story.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
But I mean, you did sort of have roommates in a sense that like you
Yeah.
started touring immediately.
Oh god, that might be the worst actually.
Panic
Living
signed.
in a
How old
van.
were you when Panic signed?
17.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I know today
Yeah,
I
that's
was
pretty crazy.
today I was doing like a little bit of research and I realized you were
Probably
born.
had sex like once or twice with girls.
He was born in 1987.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized that today looking at his
So
sheet.
I'm 9 years older than him.
Yeah.
worry.
So
I could have been your dad.
Dad?
Yeah.
how much of like how much of your growing between being a Mormon and raised that way and then being a real total rock star, what how much of a real like transition was
I
there?
mean, it was a slow transition.
It
Because when
was?
I was growing up, there were times where I tried to commit myself to the religion and actually, put some initiative into being a good Mormon kid.
Yeah.
You didn't have a moment. There was no moment where we went, "Oh, this is fucking bullshit."
Yeah.
Oh, this is all
totally.
bullshit.
Sure.
I
They
totally
all
did.
do. Yeah, they all do.
So
Yeah.
I think I was like 12 or something, and I was sitting in sacrament meeting, which was like an hour and a half long, and they're talking about some story, and I think it was Fast Sunday, which members go up and they bear their testimony to people, and it always starts the same way. They go, "I'd like to bear my testimony. I know the church is true," and that's always the first 2 sentences that
Sure.
they say to start it. And so after that, I was just like, "This is why do we feel the need? And then I started questioning stuff. That's really when this is fucking dumb. This is really dumb. I don't
Do they claim you?
I don't think so. I've never gotten my name taken off the records. Like,
but do they claim like Panic at the Disco? Like, are they excited about that?
No,
no, they hate that.
My mom got a lot of shit in church.
Sure. Yeah, okay,
your parents are still.
Yeah, my whole family. Yeah,
you have siblings too that are still.
Yeah, I have 2 older brothers, 2 older sisters.
That sort of dropped out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm the black sheep.
Maddie loves religion.
It seems like you were rewarded for dropping out. It seems like in a lot
in the
of
long
ways,
run, yes, I was.
Life has rewarded you.
I got
for
a career
choice.
that I love.
It must be
met
hard.
people that I love.
It must be hard to defend it when you're like the one son who got out is a fucking
It's not like
rock
you
star.
left and now you're homeless on like meth. Like
See what happens. Yeah.
You left and things only improved exponentially.
If I was a young kid who was super into Panic but also Mormon, I'd be like, question.
Yeah.
If I leave the church, do I get all the cool Panic stuff?
Doesn't God punish you?
Yeah. Is that
Nope.
Is that punishment?
Yeah.
That's the punishment.
I'm being punished. That's what it technically is called. But
Yeah.
it's great punishment.
He's met Little Wayne.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet Little Wayne.
And not wear this stupid underwear.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Oh, God.
I'd much
I got
rather
that
wear
before
the
that.
cool costumes they wear on stage.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
It is fascinating. Well, my second pick of the podcast is a video game that I think in the past I may have featured. I may have even featured last year's version. But this year it is MLB The Show 2013. This year got an 8.8 out of 10 on IGN, which is a good sign.
Baseball game? I don't know. It's hard to get into a baseball game.
Well, let me sell it to you. I had no idea it was out. I've seen the commercials these last weeks, and I figured we had a week or two before it came out, but it's been out for a few days, so I got it this past weekend. We at the podcast are probably the biggest fans of NBA 2K. It's a great video game, probably one of the best sports games ever made. This is being touted as the baseball equivalent, and as a big baseball guy myself, I couldn't be happier. Now, here's why I think baseball is good, Maddie. Here we go. Ready?
Wait, MLB The Show?
MLB The Show 13. MLB 13 The Show.
Okay, yeah. Got it.
Okay, so here's why I think you should play video games that are baseball. Okay, here we go. It's kind of the RPG of sports games.
It is, but it's also all baseball games to me feel like mini games. Like here's the pitching game.
Yeah,
here's the
throwing
catching
game.
Here's the hitting game.
Right.
Like it doesn't feel like basketball where it's like one thing.
Yeah.
It feels like a series of mini games.
I get that. But
how is this different?
This is different. Well, listen, I grew up loving baseball games. I loved Baseball Stars. I loved RBI Baseball. I loved like
Baseball
all of
Stars
those.
is my shit.
It's my shit. And every year I buy this game purely just out of pattern. But in 2013, it's amazing. It looks like a TV broadcast.
Right.
Wow.
It genuinely, so there's an option this year that you can choose like TV broadcast, and the game is shown to you in angles that look like TV broadcast. It's shown to you all those things. Some other things that are cool this year is that a new option says that you can mute certain announcers. So, like,
Awesome.
if you hate one of the announcers, which people do, Maddie's showing the video. If you don't want to hear Eric Karros, you just mute him.
Wow.
So, as always, there's an option this year where you follow the real
that looks
season.
really good.
Wow.
It's incredible.
That's gameplay? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
And you can follow, like online. You sign up for the online, and like if a player gets injured, he'll be injured in the game.
Great.
Or if he hits a bunch of home runs, if if a
You
player
can't play with him anymore.
Right. You can also turn that off. If obviously our favorite team, the Miami Marlins here, get up on this, they will not get better. But if they did, it would be reflected in the game.
I see.
If someone's injured, obviously that I said that. There's still a road to the show, which is a thing they've been doing for a while, which is where you can pick one player and bring him up from the minors, and you only play as that player. So the whole game, you're just watching it, and you're the center fielder. Yeah, look at that.
That looks
fucking crap.
incredible.
It's
Yeah,
incredible.
That looks amazing. That almost looks better than NBA 2K.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's amazing.
They have some trouble spots, obviously all games do, but this looks almost perfect. Anyway, that's it. So you'll improve during
How
the
have
game.
they made the pitching not? I mean, that's the
Well, now
hard
they give you
part.
options. So this year they're giving you more than one option on how you can on how you can actually pitch. So if you don't like the one way they do it, there's another option.
Okay.
Yeah, they give you a bunch.
Because I feel
of
like
options.
that's always just sort of a game of rock paper scissors.
It is, but now they have it better. Now, well, not better. You can just do different ways. If you don't like the certain way that the interface is giving you, then you see there's the announcers. You could turn
That's
them
great.
down. And yeah, slow mo. Obviously, it's a great game. Well, obviously that's Bryce Harper, who's like a big player now, and they have his his eye stuff done. He has the black eye stuff put down like the Ultimate Warrior. They have that and all the signature stuff is in the game, and I love it. It's great.
Huh.
That's nice. All right, let's pick.
So that's mine. Stadium rendering, as you can see, is bonkers. Yeah. I mean, the every detail That's the thing they were making fun of in all reviews.
It looks really bad. The
back people. They're like, how do you spend so much time on the game and then the audience looks blurry?
Is there a parking lot fight mini game where you can
make someone go into a
beat
coma?
the shit out of someone, put them in a coma?
Well, there's the tailgating part of the game that starts the game.
Yeah, but then you can fight if you want. That's it. Yeah, I always say that my childhood is basically defined on the idea of bases loaded. Every once in a while, someone will run after the pitcher. Like I think about that so much that it's just like it's all I think about. So with the PS4 coming up, I'm going to do something down the road where Maddie talks about the PS4 because I don't know a lot. Have you done research?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so we'll talk about it another time. But I think we're on our last leg here at PS3, obviously, and this would be a good sports game to go out on. It's good.
We're doing a lot of end game stuff. We've obviously got what's the fucking game that we love?
Oh, Ni no Kuni?
Yeah, obviously that's sort of like the big sayonara.
The goodbye. Yeah. Oh, that was racist. Oh, Jesus.
Was it?
The big sayonara for the Japanese game. All right.
So sorry that I know Japanese fluently.
We eat sushi.
Sorry.
We eat sushi when we play. Brendan, your second pick of the podcast.
Actually, you're talking about video games.
Yes.
I kind of wish, I'm not all for bringing stuff back, but I kind of wish that they would bring back 007 GoldenEye.
yes.
They did. For Xbox.
They did a sequel, but it was
they
crap.
did it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
It wasn't
I
good.
kind of wish that it was as fun as the one for N64, but
Yes.
bring it back for like Xbox
Talking
720.
about talking about college when I punch that kid in the face. That was the year GoldenEye
Yeah.
was. It was insane.
Here's the thing, though.
Girls played it.
Yeah.
Here's why it won't work anymore, even if they brought it back exactly.
Okay.
Because we're all bored of that. Nobody had ever done a first person shooter like that.
That's
where
true.
you were just running around killing people. Now, like if you played it now, you'd be like, this is simple and
I mean, it would
boring.
have to be on the level of like Call of Duty.
Yeah,
like all that.
right.
But you know what the preface, that was, to me, I feel like people loved it because it actually was kind of letting you do what now is the biggest thing in video games, which is online first-person shooting.
Right.
But it wasn't
But
online.
it was everyone sitting next to you.
Exactly. But it was still the same interface that we had never
Right.
seen before, which is like, we can all play and shoot.
And everybody had one tiny little corner
the
of the
four
screen.
Literally.
Jeez.
Smaller than a picture-in-picture. And
Yeah,
you're like,
so bad.
and no one cared. Everyone's
Nobody
like, I
cared.
see
It was like, that's my corner.
Yeah, I see it.
I live in that corner.
There were kids in my college, Kevin, who I guess
Shout out to Kevin.
Well, no, I was about to bring the podcast down really low, but he passed away. But Kevin was the most.
Shout out to Kevin's parents.
Yeah, it was the most incredible. He was so good at it that it was like offensive. It was like no one wanted to play with him. He was, and not only that, you were fighting over which guns you shoot. What was your gun? Do you remember?
I mean, we banned golden guns. For
yeah,
a while.
that's bullshit. It was bullshit.
Just one shot, one kill was just that was just if you're better, then you just always win.
Yeah.
We did like the thing where you only can kill from hitting. We played that a lot. Karate chops.
Hand to hand.
Yeah, so you just run around and like one kill hits. That was really fun.
So you had a Nintendo 64 growing up?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
would you remember? I remember the wrestling game was really good.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was a fun one.
NFL Blitz. I remember playing that all the time.
Oh, that was a good one, too.
One.
Because at that time, the other game for college, if you remember,
What's that?
fucking Tony Hawk.
Oh yeah, well that was
God.
a
Pro
little
skater.
post college to me. That was right when I got out of college. Tony Hawk came out because I remember I was living in Brentwood with Amir and we fucking.
I think that's the second Tony Hawk, though. I think you were
Tony
talking
Hawk
about the
2?
second Tony Hawk. The
Maybe.
first
Tony
one.
Hawk 2 was the best game of all time. Like
It was really good.
That was a
Phenomenal.
masterpiece.
I played it with you. That's why I was in
And-
college.
okay.
So there
So
was
it
a
was the
Tony Hawk
first
one.
one,
Yeah, there was a Tony Hawk one because we would.
And
play
remember when
Tony
the
Hawk 2.
surfing one came out? Kelly Slater surfing.
We didn't like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
We didn't like
It wasn't good, but we
Wasn't
were
good.
excited.
But we were so
We were
stoked.
so excited.
Yeah. My favorite video game
Gave it a
experiences.
good shot, though.
Yeah, my favorite video game experiences come from those years because Maddie, I had just signed this huge record deal, so I didn't have to do anything. And then Maddie was sort of in between things and about to option a script at that time, too. And
That was
so
when I sold my first
yeah,
script,
we did nothing. We just sat around all day. And so I would just walk over. I lived
smoked a shit ton of weed.
a ton of weed. I lived like 2 blocks down.
Yeah, you moved a block away from me.
Just to do this. And I would walk over and we'd just play video games all the time.
Awesome.
Resident
was our
Evil
day.
Code Veronica. That was the best.
No, that's not the game. The game we loved was the one that fucks with you.
Eternal
Darkness?
Eternal Darkness. Yeah.
Wow.
Hold on. Brendan.
That's a good call.
It changed our lives. Wait, hold on.
Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem for the fucking
Wow.
GameCube.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You know what we
GameCube.
should do? We should go on eBay, buy a GameCube, and get Eternal Darkness.
Yeah, I will do it.
Get high
Yeah.
and play it.
Here's what
Like
happened.
beat it over a weekend.
I'll do it in a
Record it.
second. Here's why it's amazing.
It's by the way, we're not there. It's genuinely considered like top 20 games of all time.
Here's why it's the best thing, and then I want to riff on the next thing because I know Maddie's going to talk a million years about it. Here's what is incredible about this game. It's a great game on its own. On top of that, there is a meter in the game. If you allow yourself to be around bad guys too long or whatever, this meter goes bigger and bigger, and it's a sanity meter. If it hits the insanity part, within the next couple minutes, something will happen in the game that's apeshit. So, like, for example, it might flip upside down. I'm giving you some of the easier ones. I'm giving you some of the smaller ones.
The whole game?
The game might flip upside down.
It might freeze and pretend that it's broken.
It might freeze.
Wow.
You might disappear and you're invisible walking around. Okay, those are the calm ones.
Like it was about trying to make you crazy.
Here's some calm ones. The other ones, they mimicked a TV volume going down, and the volume goes down, and you don't hear anything, and you go to your remote, and you're like, and it doesn't. It's like,
oh god, and then
I think there's one where it changes the channel or something.
Yeah,
like
it goes
TV's
like
on.
a TV thing, or another one where it's like and then another one it says game error.
Yeah.
It was like game error.
Flip out,
it was game error, all memory lost.
Yeah, like save data erased.
We fell for
Make you
one.
freak.
Literally, Maddie and I
Yeah,
fell for
obviously.
one. It was we were both like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and then Maddie and I looked, and then it went back, and Maddie and I went. And then we just like hugged and laughed, and it was like. And then
I remember you always had to put in these little runes, and it would go Pargon, Pargon. And then the other one that was great was there was one time where it was like, thank you for going this far in the game. Please insert disc 2, but it's only a 1 disc game. And Maddie and I were like, disc 2, and then it came back, and we were like, hooray! And then we just like hugged and Wait,
laughed.
give me the sound.
Okay, hold on.
I'm going to play Pargon.
oh my god, that's awesome.
This Pargon is more important in my life than my father's voice.
More important in my life than my Torah portion.
Yeah, this was. We said this. Is there going to be an ad? No. Here it is.
Wow.
Pargon.
That was this every time you had to put these spells in. So every time you put a spell in, you'd hear
awesome.
that Pargon.
Maddie's roommate was not as into the game as we were, and
No,
he would be
into it.
not as
He
much.
would just he'd walk in and just go fucking Pargon again. we would just like it'd be like 5 a.m. We'd be like Pargon. He'd be like fucking Pargon.
He was playing. We were
funny.
playing, and he was like trying to sleep, and we just heard from the other room like Pargon, just from like a closed door.
Call me and be like Pargon.
It was really the best video game.
funny.
So maybe we should go buy one
get
on
a GameCube, yeah.
and just start playing it. All right, good. So
Oh my god! Somebody made a video online that shows every single sanity effect in the game.
Oh, don't ruin it. No. If we're gonna get it, we
No,
don't
I know,
ruin it.
but that's amazing.
That is the best. Whoever
23 minutes long. It's every single thing the game did to
that
fuck
fucks
with you.
That's great.
That's
I might
a
want to
lot
watch
of
it.
shit. 23 minutes long.
Okay, I told you there's a million of them. Some we probably didn't even know. Okay, so my third pick is a YouTube video that got uploaded this week that I've become slightly obsessed with, called Dirty Girls, which is based on
good for you.
Maddie's high school, which I thought he would want to talk about more. I
Yeah.
almost just put let Maddie explain, but I'll tell you what I know, then Maddie will fill it in. One of Maddie's friends in high school videoed a group of girls. That
He was a like savant little he was our little Spielberg.
You
he
could
was
tell,
constantly making documentaries and he had actually had a really popular sketch comedy thing. He was almost like picked up by the Kids in the Hall guys were producing it. Like he was a big thing.
What's his name? Give him
Michael Lucid.
So Michael Lucid.
I think he had a thing with the kids. Maybe I'm making that up. I remember there was some talk that he was like
as
pretty dirty things. I think he had a sketch comedy show.
As a kid, he was a high school student, and there was a group of girls at this high school, with a very affluent, very rich high school called Crossroads, of 3 or 4 girls that were rumored to not bathe or care about their physical appearance. But in real life, they're just sort of like counterculture girls. But those years you get picked on, and they got the title Dirty Girls, and the lead's girl name is Amber, right?
Amber and Harper. They're 2 sisters.
Yeah.
They were good friends of mine, like really close friends.
Right. And so they were obviously very much against the sort of preppy, or not preppy, but the rich sort of elitist part of the school. And the school sort of seemed to rebel against them pretty heavily. It seemed in the video.
Wow.
So before what do you want to, because I have questions, but what do you want to tell? Did I miss anything there?
Yeah, I linked it on my YouTube, on my Twitter this week. Everybody should watch it. It's a 17-minute documentary.
Very good. And you don't have to know anything about anything.
All you have to know that the 90s happened.
Exactly. If you lived in the 90s,
remember the 90s.
if you lived in the 90s, this mirrored what you were going
It was
through.
Riot Girl baby doll look. It was that period of time when girls were wearing old baby doll dresses, having smeared lipstick on their faces. Their hair was kind of greasy and dready. And it was very much the Babes in Toyland, Courtney Love, L7, Bikini Kill era.
Awesome.
Riot Girls, GRRRL.
Yeah, but they didn't get the Riot Girls. They were called Dirty Girls, which is a meaner thing.
Right. So these,
especially because this school is filled with people who would later become famous or had famous parents. So seeing someone who didn't care about their physical appearance was kind of a big deal in the school.
Awesome.
I'll show, these are the girls here. Just 90s girls.
Yeah.
And it has a very VHS feel to it. You know, it's a really cool
That's
time.
great.
It's a very cool time capsule. I saw our friend Jason Bernstein last night. I went to his restaurant.
Oh, nice.
And I told Jason, I was watching Dirty Girls, and his face lit up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just like when you talk to kids who went to this school, it's a very cool thing to see, especially because 96, 95, 98 hasn't really been beaten to death in
This was
nostalgia
my senior
yet.
year of high school.
Right. And these girls are younger, right?
These girls were in 8th grade.
8th grade, right?
But yeah, they it's Harper and Amber Willett.
Yeah.
I think it says their names on there anyway. But they're great girls.
Yeah.
They're really good friends of mine.
So here we go.
One of them dated one of my closest friends for years and
Here's
years.
what I care about.
But
You
yeah,
ready?
in high school. Okay, go ahead.
What are they doing now?
I think that one of them's a photographer. They're both artists. They're doing well. I saw Amber came to my birthday party last year and brought me snake wine, which
But
is
is she-
fermented wine with a dead snake in it.
But is she more in line? Is she become?
Yeah. They don't.
Okay.
They're just.
I mean, they gave that society.
the word
I
normal
think,
strange, but they're just normal people.
Yeah.
But they they were. They really embraced the whole Riot Girl look back in the day, and and they just embraced doing their own thing.
and it's cool. And you
That's
see
great.
some of the reactions.
And there were in our school there was like everybody, and then there was what we called them the hats. So
Yeah.
the hats
Those were
were
the sports guys.
dudes who wore
Yeah.
hats.
Yeah.
And like we weren't the hats.
Right.
Like and then there was like the film crew, which was like my world, the people who were like there was a whole film school at Crossroads that was like AFI professors and
Yeah,
we're
it's
we're
like
watching
serious.
Godard films.
Yeah, it's
at, like,
crazy.
17,
Yeah.
13 and that was my scene, was like, the film criticism people. And then there was the drama people. And then there was the fucking hats.
Right. Well,
And,
then
like,
the Dirty Girls.
Well, yeah, but they were like in, somewhere in the world of,
But there is a part in this. I'm not going to ruin everything, but there is a part in it where she sees a Jolly Rancher on the floor and then she eats it.
Well, yeah, I think part of it's like
A
yeah,
open
just
Jolly
a little
Rancher.
rebellious.
She was trying to be shocking, right?
Yeah.
But it's worth seeing, especially if you're around 25 to 40,
Right.
Because it's
very relatable.
you will be like, oh my god, this whole feeling, it just feels like those years.
No
And
one
it
had a
has-
cell phone.
and it has almost 30,000 views.
Yeah, it's really spread.
is it right now?
31,000.
Last night it was at 24, 25, so it's
Yeah.
definitely getting more
That's great,
viral.
yeah.
And it's worth seeing. And I don't know, is there anyone in there did you notice anyone that sort of, was there anyone interviewed that later became someone everyone knows or anything? I didn't notice anyone.
No, I mean I know every single person.
no, I mean,
in there, all my friends,
but I mean, like,
yeah.
if people knew.
No,
I didn't
there's
see-
no.
no.
He didn't film any like.
Do we know if he has like
Zoe Deschanel was in their class?
Right.
I think maybe she was a year older than them. Kate Hudson was 2 years older than them.
But-
Barron was 2 years older than them.
like,
Barron
it's so
Davis.
funny that if you went up to these people and you were like, I watched Dirty Girls, they'd be like, oh, Dirty Girl, I remember those girls. Like, it was like
Yeah.
a thing for your school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I was a part of the group that was like, they're the best. Like,
Right.
because they were 13 and I was 17. I was just like, those girls are going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I was totally
Someone
down for
says
them.
that. Someone in the video
Yeah.
says that.
Henry, my friend Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were all just like, we were obsessed with them. We thought they were amazing.
Yeah.
And like everyone else was like, I just thought they were fucking funny and great, and like they're 13.
Yeah.
Like one of the girls in the video, like when these girls are like, what are they even saying? It's so like it's not even because they have a zine. It's like a feminist zine, which is awesome. They're 13.
Yeah.
And then these girls are like, there's nothing even in this zine that's like interesting at all. Like it's all been said before. And one of the girls goes, guys, they're 13. And it's like that's the only important thing that gets said in the whole piece. Like,
Yeah.
guys, they're fucking
So
13.
does he have more footage? Because I feel like this could be a longer
No,
thing.
but he's going to do a follow-up Where Are They Now documentary.
Really?
Now. Yes.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Great.
You can see on my Facebook, we had a conversation about it, and he's like, okay.
Great.
He's like, I got to do it then.
All right. I love it.
And even all the mean girls, like, were on my Facebook also talking about it, and they're
Oh,
like, I'll
really?
be in it. Like, I'm down to talk about it.
One of them I recognized.
Lauren Ginsburg.
Yeah, that's who
You
it
met
was.
her.
Yeah. I was like, I know that girl.
Yeah.
She's so cool. I was shocked. I mean, she's not that mean in it, but I was.
I mean, she's, we're all young.
yeah.
that's
She was so
the thing.
cute too, Lauren, when she was younger.
Yeah.
I was like, that was the chick I liked in like 96,
Yeah, you had a little
95.
crush on her for a minute.
Yeah, I get it. It makes sense. Okay, so there it is. Dirty Girls, you get it just by going to YouTube and writing in Dirty Girls, right?
Dirty
Yeah.
Girls. Michael Lucid. It's a beautiful little time capsule.
It's really cool.
And it's also a really interesting piece about women.
Yeah, no matter where you went to school, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it's really interesting to watch. It's only the girls that are really attacking them.
Yeah, guys don't care.
The guys are just like, yeah, they look a
I was
little
going to
dirty.
say, those girls look like the girls I was friends with
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
from middle school through high school.
It's very cool. Brendan, your third and final pick.
Oh God. Well, again, I'm late pretty much to everything. I think we were sharing the commonality of we were both late to the game on Breaking Bad.
Yes.
I started season 3. when it was
Yes.
already season 3.
Well, this is a late on. You can't use this as a. Is there something?
God.
You got to get it. Come on, there's got to be something. We can lead you to it. Are you? Are there any movies that you've watched that you think when you tell people they go, "I've never seen that"? Or is there...
I try to tell people about Bronson.
Oh, I'm down for that.
I love that. I love that movie.
I'm down for that.
Same guy who did Drive.
Same guy who did
Same
Drive.
director.
Right.
It's just fun.
Tell
Tom
people
Hardy's
about-
great.
Tell people about it. So Tom Hardy's big
yeah,
first thing,
it's a
right?
biopic. Yeah, just about Britain's most ruthless, violent criminal
Yep.
of all time, and he's been pretty much incarcerated for over 40 years or 50 years, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and just in and out of institutions basically since he was 18.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just amazing. Tom Hardy does a really good job, plays Charlie Bronson.
Yep.
His real name, it escapes me. I can't remember, but it's phenomenal. He just does a really good job telling the story of him starting out as a kid, getting violent, just loving the thrill of being, chased down by guards and security and beating the shit out of them, basically.
And it's really pretty.
It is. It's shot really beautifully.
Shot really well.
Soundtrack is great.
What is that guy doing now? What is
Tom or Nicholas.
Yeah, Nicholas
what is-
Vende.
He's doing another movie
Vende.
with Ryan Gosling.
Oh, he is.
That's cool.
I mean, he's
I like his-
eventually
I like
he'll
his
eventually be doing like some superhero movie or something, right? Like he's the next big.
Yeah, there was talk. Hold on, I'll tell you right now what he's doing.
I'm sure he'll go on to do like Spider-Man 5 or like something huge when he gets
I
all
don't know.
ready.
Yeah, he's doing a movie right now. He just finished a movie called he's doing Logan's Run.
Oh, that's huge.
Great.
Only God Forgives. He just finished, which is also with Ryan.
Logan's Run
Gosling.
is going to be huge.
Yeah.
That stars Abigail Breslin, I think, or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Here's the poster for his next movie. Looks
Oh, just Gosling beat up.
Gosling all beat up.
That's good.
Like that.
Well, that'll be great, I'm sure. So Bronson is a great one. I also, whenever I talk about Bronson, I tell people that they have to go watch JCVD.
I don't know
Yeah.
that. What is
Shut
that?
up. It's so good.
It's okay. No, I mean the last 10 minutes is interesting.
I like it a lot.
It's a movie of Jean-Claude Van Damme playing himself and
yeah,
having
yeah.
like a nervous breakdown
Right.
as like he's.
It came out around the same time as Bronson, and I like it a lot. I think it's just really entertaining and fun.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah, and he plays himself.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of winks of postmodernism, but I still think it's just a straightforward, great movie.
Sure.
Great.
But that's in the world of Bronson. Maddie, you have an action movie that no one knows about?
An action movie that no one knows about.
Bronson, JCVD, in that vein.
I mean, I watched Dread again last night. That's a really
I
good
gotta
movie.
get it now. I know, I gotta rent it.
It's really good.
The
Okay.
remake?
No,
Yeah.
I mean the new one.
Yeah.
Not the
it's
Stallone
incredible.
one. He loves The Last Dread. Yeah,
Love it.
Great.
I gotta watch it. You're right.
I watched it
haven't
for
seen
my
that one
second
either.
time last night. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching something now, but I won't talk about it because it's going to be my late on next week. But I'm watching something I'm very much into as well. Okay, great. So you did a great job. I gotta be honest with you. You did great. You're from, you got a lot of stuff going on.
I
You're
just like
working
hearing you guys talk.
working on a wedding. You're working on an album. You're very busy, but you brought 3 great things. I feel like this week I brought 3 great things. One of them may have
guys
involved
did.
Maddie a little too much. But here's the thing. Matt brings one thing to the table every week. He has fumbled before. He hasn't recently. In the game of the
I've been
show.
killing it in 13.
You've been doing well. PS3, if it was PS3 when we were playing the show, Maddie has hit some home runs. I'm used to bunt outs, like not even getting to first base, is out on a bunt. Today, let's hope for a good one. Let's hope for a home run or even just a stand-up triple. Matt Robinson, what is your first pick of the podcast and only pick?
Well, here you go.
Okay.
I think you'll recognize the art.
Shut up!
Yep.
Oh.
So I'm giving you these to read, not to keep. I do want them
Right.
back, but
Well, I
I'm
gotta
giving you
buy
to
'em.
read.
Yeah.
So this is FF, which stands for the Future Foundation,
Yeah.
and it is a new comic book with art by our good friend Mike Allred.
And by
who
good
we
friend, you
love.
mean just someone we love.
Yes, he's the creator of Madman and Ecstatics,
My
which are
favorite book of
2
all time.
great comic books. Have you never
Ecstatics
read
is
them?
my favorite comic book of all time.
Well, there you go. Well, so this is the first major thing he's done since then.
Wow.
This is written by Matt Fraction, who is also
Who people
somebody we talk
love,
about a lot.
yeah,
He's
people love.
doing the new Hawkeye. He's doing everything. So Marvel has restarted the majority of their series. They've done a complete refresh. They're sort of copying what DC did,
Right.
which is called the New 52. And it's called Marvel Now. And their whole thing is that it's day and date release in store and online.
Right.
Because they're really trying to put forward the digital aspect of it to save the comics industry. And so one of the new things they've restarted.
Wait, Mormon Matt Allred? Michael Allred?
What?
Isn't he Mormon?
Is he? He might be. I don't know.
Hold
All
on.
red. That sounds
Hold on.
Mormon.
Hold on, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. You keep talking.
Anyway, so they have. He's doing an adaptation of the Book of Mormon.
Yes, he's a Mormon. He's already done the Book of Mormon. I knew it.
Interesting.
He did a comic book version of the Book of Mormon.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway, go on.
So
And
yeah,
he's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
so
he's
Mike
great.
Allred, who is hilarious and really funny and very, it reminds me. It's almost like Scott Pilgrim-y. In terms
Yes.
of just very pop culture-y,
Yeah,
very funny.
postmodern. He tried to put Princess Di in a superhero after her death.
Right.
He tried to put her in a crew.
But
She
he
came back
always
from the
does
dead.
superhero teams where people talk like 13-year-old girls.
Yeah, and he's great.
Like say OMG a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And like punch people.
The Invisible Fozzie year, just to bring it all
Yeah.
full circle, the Invisible Fozzie year at Comic-Con, Maddie and I walked in and we're like, where first? And we just looked down to our right and it just says Mike Allred signing. And we just went and we just went over to him and we're like, we are huge fans.
So he hasn't written these. Matt Fraction's written these.
Yeah, but he's the
it
art.
feels like Allred wrote them. Like
Okay.
you can tell he's trying to do a style.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is called Future Foundation. It is an offset, a branching out of the Fantastic Four.
Dying.
So
Love it.
The Fantastic Four started a second sect of it called the Future Foundation, which then became basically the children's training ground for Fantastic Four.
Got it.
So this is Fantastic Four, the Harry Potter years, basically.
Okay.
Like it's all little kids who are like in the Boy Scouts League, and the whole story is the Fantastic Four.
But is this She-Hulk or no? It's
Yes.
just- it
Yes.
is.
So the Fantastic Four have decided to go to an alternate dimension for 4 minutes. This is the story behind this whole
Yeah.
thing. We're gonna go. They're leaving for 4 minutes, and during that 4 minute time, they need 4 other people to be the Fantastic Four. So they get Ant-Man, Medusa, She-Hulk, and this other chick whose name I forget. B characters in
Yeah.
the Marvel, C characters in the Marvel
Yeah.
world probably. And so they say it's just for 4 minutes, but they make a big deal. They have a press conference, and then like the second issue is like them standing there and being like, all right, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, like 2 minutes, 1 minute. Oh, they're never coming back,
they
are
don't
they?
Right.
And then
right.
it's like these people who didn't want to be the Fantastic Four have to now take care of like 20 children and now be the Fantastic Four.
I'm in.
It's dope. You'll love it.
Borrow, then buy the paperback.
Yeah, you will love it.
I love it. That's great.
So FF, it's not to be. It is also Fraction is writing the Fantastic Four, which also rebooted at number. Everything restarted at number 1, and they're at like 4,
Right.
5, 6 right now. So you can really almost jump into anything right now and be right at the beginning.
Well,
of
especially when the first trades come out too.
it. Exactly. So and if I have not read the Fantastic Four, but apparently it's a parallel storyline. So
Oh, great. So like
worth
they
checking
are somewhere else right now.
yeah, and you should be if you're reading that,
Oh.
you'd be knowing what they're doing.
I love it. I want to get into it.
Yeah,
Here, I got to put that
it's
in
real
your
talk.
thing.
FF.
What do you want to call it? Just FF?
Yeah, it's FF. That's
Marvel's FF?
That's what it's
Let's
called.
call it Marvel's FF. Great. Well, that was awesome, Matt. That's more than a home run.
Thank you.
That's a second home
I knew
run.
you'd be excited.
That was very
I'm
good.
surprised you didn't know about
I
it.
didn't know about it. I've been
Especially because Ecstatics is your shit. And it really, honestly, feels exactly like the Ecstatics.
Well,
Same
I'll tell you
humor,
this.
same
I
everything.
followed him a little bit after Ecstatics, and I just got let down a lot.
This is the first thing that's like, everybody's loving it too. Like,
And a
it's
Mormon.
It's a big thing.
Wrote a Book of Mormon comic book. All right, great. So, great one. Everyone did great today. I'm proud of everyone. So sometimes we're late on things. We admit to it. Brendan may have already showed his hand on this one. But we're late on certain things, and we have a theme song for it. It's by Sean Collins, the Batman of Rap.
Hello, I'm Sean Collins, I rap. And Maddie Boom and Jensen Karp will show you where it's at. And put you on the future and teach you about all of that. You are now tuned into Tuesday's Almanac. 2 guys ahead of the curve and you can trust them. Broadcasting live to your fucking Teddy Ruxpin. All your favorite rappers and your actors, love them. Holla at your boy in your dreams, fuck them. Sometimes we miss the mark, yeah. We're late upon this, we're late upon this, we're real late on. Sometimes we didn't start, yeah. We're late upon this, we're late upon this, we're real late on.
All right.
That reminds me, they were doing the like Mammary Lane shit on Howard Stern this week.
Yeah.
I like that little rap song that guy does.
Oh, Grover?
Who is that dude?
He's a black guy he's a white guy named Grover.
Sounds white.
Really? I always thought he sounded black.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but his name's Grover. They have him on.
I love that little. It's funny.
He's just great.
Yeah. It's. I feel like that's something you would have written.
I love Grover.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. I was real late on something this week that probably only will speak to a section of fans, but I like those fans of the podcast. Fantasy baseball. I haven't played in a decade.
Is baseball about to start?
Yes.
Has it started?
No. It's about. Well, you asked if it's about to start, then asked if it started. just
Well, I
so-
thought maybe it has started.
Just for people writing transcripts of the podcast.
Fuck you.
Fuck your dreams. So fantasy baseball. I'm joining this year again. I've taken an expansion team, so I had to pick from 2 different teams for my team. And I'm really excited. I fucking haven't played in forever, and I have high hopes, although I'm my expansion team, so I probably won't do very well. But
what do you prefer? Which one of the fantasy sports do you prefer? Like if you could
Game
only
of
play
Thrones?
one.
No, I don't know. No, I like baseball. Yeah, baseball's my one.
You would choose that over.
Well, I don't play the football one. And
you don't do the footballs?
Nah, everyone does, but I don't
You
play.
don't make the footballs?
No, but we do like an auction system. So like even if you have good players, you may have overpaid for them. Like,
Hold on. I fell asleep. Sorry. Go ahead.
That was a quick sleep. Were you gone for 4 seconds?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's called Fantasy Baseball. You know about it, but I'm joining
Just
in.
break down the rules real quick.
The rules real quick.
Yeah.
Fantasy Baseball is real quick
Break it
rules.
down
to go
real
over.
quick.
Yeah.
How's it work?
But
Tell me everything right
I have
now.
Miguel Cabrera. I got him. He hit for the Triple Crown last year. I have him on my team in the expansion
Cool,
draft.
thanks. I actually just figured out what I was going to eat later. I'm glad
cool.
I had that moment.
Michael Morse. I have Torrey Hunter, Lorenzo Kane,
I just wrote a novel.
Hiroki
This is great.
Kuroda.
I'm really enjoying this time.
You know
off.
what?
do you
I
wanna
should
share
just,
that?
I should just stay in your house and do fantasy baseball stuff so you get things done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. I got a
Well,
lot done while you were boring the shit out of me.
Anyway, I'm playing fantasy baseball this year. Maddie, what are you late on?
I'm late on sort of what I was talking about, the New 52, which is last year DC rebooted every one of their lines. They have 52 new series.
I believe we talked about the New 52 on the first Get Up on This ever.
Really?
I believe.
Well,
but go on.
I'm late on it.
Yes, you admit
and so
it.
I'm now sort of going back into it, and I'm sure I'll have a get up on and related to it soon. But
Animal Man
Yeah.
is the one we've gotten people up on before.
right, people love that one. I'm really getting into. I mean that Batman series that you
It's great.
Yeah, it's
Night
great.
of the Owls.
But I'm getting into some other shit, which I'll bring in.
Okay, I'm into it. Brendan, you are late on.
Everything.
All right, everything. No, I mean, well, Breaking Bad is a good one. Anything
Yeah, Breaking
else?
Bad's good.
Anything
I
else?
actually just watched in its entirety up till now is 30 Rock. I
that's
hadn't
good.
watched it before.
I like
and it's
that
great because I just read Tina Fey's book. It's great. Bossy Pants. It's fun.
I am behind on 30 Rock. I watched
Yeah.
the first 3 seasons religiously and then sort of backed out. So there's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff I need to get in on. And did you watch the final episode yet?
It's
or
fun.
no?
No, I haven't.
I've heard it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Good one. 30 Rock is very good.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, well, that was. I'm proud of what we just did. Okay, so we all like Twitter, and so we tell our guests to bring in 3 tweets or Twitterers or together, and then we just sort of read them out loud and go over them and talk about them. My first one is from former guest of Get Up on This, Morgan Murphy. Her Twitter name is @Morgan_Murphy, just how it sounds. It's a quote, and it's "Yep." Even Nene Leaks, and that's a quote attributed to Nene Leaks doing ads for adult diapers in 25 years, which I thought was funny.
It's good.
Maddie, yours?
Julie Klausner.
Yeah, who's
very
so funny.
Klausner.
Also, Julie Klausner, who announced this week that she will be the host of an internet cat convention
Yeah.
at the Minnesota State Fair, where I will be.
Oh, really?
I will be there, and I will go to that, and I'm so excited for it.
funny.
Go on.
So she said, sometimes I'm sad that I don't cook, but then I look at Instagram at what you guys cook for yourselves, and I'm like, no. #baby corn quinoa.
Brendan, your first tweet?
I follow a lot of dumb people on Twitter for the entertainment factor. I follow fake Prince. Prince tweets to you.
Yep.
Oh,
And
our friend Jake Fogelnest.
There you go.
Yeah,
And
all right.
he's a funny dude.
He is?
He just says, "What is Homeland? It sounds boring," and I like that. 'cause
Yes, that's what he would say.
I feel
Jake
that, yeah.
Jake goes for realism with the Prince tweets.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. It definitely sells it.
Another one is a Twitter I never heard of named Michael Neal. His Twitter name is Slapclap, SLAPCLAP. And he wrote, just as a curveball, the next census should include the question, do you remember that Psycho remake? Maddie, yours?
I think I have her 2 weeks in a row here, but I think she's very funny. Nacho Sarah.
She is very funny.
My mom asked me if I was a lesbian today, and to make her happy, I told her, no way, I fucking love cock, but she still got upset.
Nacho Sarah is the one who I think I follow on Instagram also.
Oh, really?
Do you follow her on Instagram?
I don't know.
A lot
Why?
of boobs.
What does that mean?
She has very large boobs.
Okay.
And she'll post pictures of her large breasts. She's also very funny. Brendan?
We all got to eat.
All gotta eat. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, this one everybody follows. Obviously, Rob Delaney. But
He's so funny.
He's great. He just has one that I've retweeted a few times. When I was a kid, I thought driving a garbage truck would be the coolest job in the world, and now that I'm an adult, I know it is. Which I always thought was
Very funny.
It's very true.
I have a person named Josh Hara, Hara, who a lot of people follow, but it's @YoYoHa, YoYoHA. And it's another quote. I love quote attribution. He just wrote, "This family room is nice. I wish I could drive it somewhere," said the inventor of the minivan. I thought that was funny.
Oh, God.
Maddie?
This one isn't funny as much as it's just true. From my friend B.D. Grabinski. If I had 3 wishes, one of them would be to get rid of this daylight savings nonsense.
Yep, it's true.
It's just true. It's nonsense.
It is true.
It is
I feel
nonsense.
weird today.
Today, we have 1 hour less of sleep today.
We do. but 1 hour more of the podcast. Do
Nope.
2 hours. Oh, no.
Same amount.
No?
No,
Okay,
we're going to
okay,
cut it off.
okay.
We're almost done.
Good to know. Good to know. I was thinking about
No,
doing
I gotta
more.
go.
Okay, good to know. Brendan, your third and final Twitterer?
There's another guy. You're friends with him because you guys are friends with everybody. But his Steve Agee.
I mean, I'm not
I
friends
know
with him.
him.
I know him, yeah.
He's a
not
funny
friends.
dude.
Yep.
He had this one.
I love saying not friends, but I'm not friends
We're not
with him.
friends. We will never
he's
be friends.
technically an enemy.
All right. Well, one of your rivals.
He's very funny.
If I don't have cable, does that mean networks stop making the shows on the TV? Which probably. I've thought that before.
Yeah.
But, you know.
If we all stopped watching TV, yeah, they'd have to go out of business.
Right.
Except the Nielsen family would still watch. Well, thank you so much. Maddie, it's time to announce our Invisible Fozzie winner.
Wow. Should we just say it at the same time? We have not discussed this.
We have not.
But we know who it is.
Right. The winner of the Invisible Fozzie is the person who took a photo of himself wearing one of our shirts in front of the Holocaust Museum.
Yeah.
That's
Intolerance Museum.
The Intolerance, yeah.
The Wiesenthal.
The Wiesenthal Center. He wrote us, but I couldn't find his name, so we'll say it next week, or unless you could find it fast, Candy.
Yeah, I can probably find
Maddie
it.
will find it fast. But you win the Invisible Fozzie. Maddie and I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning in Los Angeles to drive to San Diego Comic-Con about a decade ago in order to get a fucking limited edition Muppet toy, which I think goes online for like $60. So
Christopher McKeon.
there you are.
Christopher McKeon, please, how does he get in touch with us?
Write me at getoponjensen at gmail.com.
And don't pretend you're Christopher McKeon and give us a fake address. We'll know.
Well, because we just take a picture of yourself. we'll know it's you.
Send us a dick pic.
Yeah, send us a dick pic, and then we're going to put that on the Invisible Fozzie.
Then we'll stick that on the Invisible Fozzie, put it on Facebook.
Yeah, well, Maddie and I are going to sign the Invisible
Vine
Fozzie, the back of the Invisible Fozzie today, and then you will have it. It will be yours. Our agony and sadness as fucking 20-year-olds will be in your hands.
Your dreams are not fucked.
No, ours were, and now we're
but
letting
now
your
dreams are fucked.
Brendan, if people want to follow you on Twitter, how do they do so?
It's Brendon Boyd Urie.
Yeah.
At Brendon Boyd Urie.
Wait, it is?
Yes.
Your
That's
middle
my
name
real
is Boyd?
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
That's
it's
so
Brendon Boyd.
crazy.
Yeah, Brendon Boyd Urie.
I went to high school with Brandon Boyd.
Did you?
Yeah, he was always like a big star.
Yeah,
like he was always. Like
Who
a
is
big
he?
deal.
He's always a good
singer
guy.
of
Incubus?
Yeah, he was like a big. He was always like girls loved him.
Of course.
I have the same middle name as Mike Tyson.
Really?
Yeah, Gerard.
Wow.
We share a middle name.
Well, there you go.
Yep. We also have both been convicted of rape.
Huh.
So have a good week, guys.
All right. So you can get our t-shirts at indiemerch.com/get up on this. If you want to follow Matt Robinson, his Twitter name is Mr. Matt Robinson. That's all it is. Very easy.
Super excited.
Mine is Jensen Clan 88. It's with a C, JensenClan 88. And we'll be back next week. Fuck your dreams, guys. And anything you want to tell anybody? Oh, really quick before we go. This Thursday, so in 2 days from today, I will be on
Time travel bullshit, bro. It's Sunday.
I will be on Burning Love. So all you have to do is
it's
go
really
to
good. I've seen it.
You just go to burninglove.com, I think, and the new episodes get put up Thursday and Friday. I am on Thursday's episode.
Megan's about to kill herself.
Yeah, what are you doing? Megan is. Oh, she's cutting off string.
It looked like she just came into the kitchen with a pair of scissors about to slit her wrist.
What a terrible ending to the podcast.
Stop recording.
She's like not a funny podcast.
Worst podcast ever.
So anyway, I play sort of myself. I play Hot Carl, quote unquote hip hop legend.
Yeah.
And I rap in it, and I get to play with Joe Latruglio and
sneeze.
Jerry O'Connell. Go away from the mic. Oh, broadcaster.
I did go away from the
okay,
mic.
good. So basically,
I'm allergic to everything.
Joe Latruglio, Jerry O'Connell, Martin Starr, June Raphael, who's so funny, and Rob Hubel. It is such a great show. You should be watching it anyway.
Is really funny.
Really funny. And this Thursday, I will be on it, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. And other than that, bye, guys.
Fuck your dreams.
Fuck your dream. 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 Fuck your dream.
Jensen Karp, are you ready? this.
All right, well, that's your boy. Your dream. Your dream.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.